Right, we are live. Welcome everyone to the Kiwi Lads channel, the second match of Saturday. It is going to be the Blues versus the Western Force. We just witnessed a very high scoring match between the Crusaders and the Rebels. Unfortunately though, for the Crusaders, they're looking at the table. They weren't able to get that 33 points differential that they were after. So at this stage, as it stands, Highlanders versus Crusaders at Forsyth Bar, but the match to come will change that. Either the Blues get the win and they have a home final at Eden Park, or if they do lose, that will be the way that we're sitting. So at this stage, it's going to be very interesting. The Crusaders fans will be sitting on the edge of their seat because this could be the match that determines whether or not they will be making their way into that Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final. But I hope you are all doing well. Hope you are all enjoying the rugby that we're seeing this weekend for round 5. It is the Blues versus the Force it is going to be Eden Park. So a home game here and could be a home game next week as well. We'll read the chat in a very short moment. But first, we will look at the Blues lineup. Bryce Heem has been a star out on that right wing for the Blues. Also, Rieko Ioane, DJ Faiani in the midfield. The returning Mark Talia has been back for the last couple of weeks, has been looking solid as well. Teddy Black and Finley Christie as that combo at 9 and 10 has been working very nicely for them as well. Then you got Hoskins Satutu, Dalton Pavali, and also Tom Robertson. Now, those three loose forwards have been dangerous throughout this season. Definitely Dalton Pavali, he's been playing phenomenally. Patrick Tuipulotu and Kelly Tuioti are going to be the locks. Now, those two have had the most line-out steals, I believe, in the competition so far. So very impressive from them. Lulala, Eklund, and Hodgman make up the front row. Then you're looking at the other side, the Western Force. They are one of those sides that have been able to hang in there, only having one loss that has been more than 12 points, I believe, at this stage. But Kaitu in the front row, looking at him, he's going to be a danger man off the rolling ball. Santiago Medrano and also Tom Robertson as well. Jeremy Thrush back in that number 4 jersey. He will run hard at the line every day of the week. Tamani also there as well, only just returning. Then you got Fergus Lee Warner, Koteka, and Kalen. Kalen on debut did a very good job up against, I believe it was last week, that he was able to score his try. Who were they playing last week? I've forgotten already. Western Force playing the Crusaders it was. And then also Ian Pryor starting in that number 9 jersey. It won't be Cookbelly, Jake McIntyre in the starting lineup. In that number 10 jersey, Jordan Olawafella then at the left wing. He was able to shut down the Crusaders bonus point that they were going to be receiving last week. And they would have been loving to have that bonus point right about now. Then Godwin and Kurandrani in the midfield. Kaui on the right wing. And then Strauchen is going to be at 15. So those are the starting lineups. Then we look at the reserves very quickly. 9Ks of wind at the moment, 19 degrees. And there's a 19 degrees at Eden Park. That is a nice night, that is for sure, at this stage. But also at this stage on the bench, Tuanuki Afi. Also, you've got Guju Akira Ioane, Ruru Plummer, AJ Lamb. Few very good names on that bench for the Force, though. They've got Wagner. He's been able to score a try so far in this season. They've got Macaulay Stander. Also, Domingo Mayotti, Rob Carney. Very experienced, very good lineup for both sides. I'm looking forward to this match. We have got in there Terapoto had said, go hard, my Blues team have game as well. Go the Blues from melee. And Dylan had said, come on, Blues, go to the final. And Henry had said, guys, please subscribe to me because for some reason I lost 3 subscribers. It may be because you're asking for subscribers, Henry. And some people don't like that too much, so that might be why they did unsubscribe. Hi from Murray, or Cody that will be as well. Up the Western Force says Jolene, hi, howdy, hey, lol, yo as well. From Scrum, let's go Force, says Josh, go Force, says Shoggy. And also, we have also got there in the chat, go the Force, Jeff, brother, as well. And we have got let's let these ads play all the way through as well. Says Scrum, let's, and how's it going, folks? From Marco Vonna Polar Bear, welcome everyone to this live stream. I'm hyped up for it. We're only a few moments away from kickoff as well. Should be an entertaining contest. The Blues in the changing room, they are going to be making their way out onto the field. So far, having a very good season. You would say their points differential, the fact that their points differential is high enough now that they haven't had to really worry about getting the bonus point in that regard. All they need is a win. I just watched a good game of Leeds. Titans were down 4 points to 30 to the Roosters and came back. Sydney got a drop goal in the last minute to score 34-35. Let's go Auckland Blues. Tell you what, they would have been a little bit nervous there, Sydney, but well done to them to get that drop goal at the end. Go Blues as well. So Scrum less 19 degrees in the evening. Has some respect for winter. It is trying its best as well says Sebastian. And the crowd are loud at Eden Park tonight. They want to see the Blues get through to that final. And if they do, it will mean that it is the first time that Scott Robertson isn't going to be in a final for Super Rugby for the Crusaders. Go Chiefs as well, says Taniela. And also go the Force, says Marco Vunabolivia. Go the Bus, says Melee. And let's go Blues from Paulie B. Bryce Heem there. 4 matches, 4 tries, 438 metres carried. The man has been on fire throughout this competition so far. I'd say 34-16 to the Blues as well, says Machu. Could be anything at this stage. It's going to be a high-scoring one, I have a feeling. Ben O'Keefe is in charge of this one. He's got a massive smile on his face. He knows that this is going to be an exciting matchup. And we also got, hey, Johnny, about to have some green combustible things. And go Munster as well, says Mako Vonapola Bear in the chat with the throwing up emojis next to it. But at this stage, I'm hyped up. I feel like you guys can tell as well. This is going to be a very entertaining matchup between these two sides, and everything is on the line once again for you guys who are just tuning in. Before we get to kick off, I will show the table as it stands. The Highlanders and the Crusaders both sitting on 23, but the points differential, the Crusaders not quite able to get it there. So because of it now, the Highlanders are in the box seat. They are in the final no matter what, but is it going to be up against the Crusaders or is it going to be up against the Blues? We are about to find out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kickoff is happening at Eden Park, and it is going to be the Blues. Zan Sullivan getting us underway here. Taken nicely there by, I believe it was Strauchen. Yes, it was. Who was able to take that one just outside of the 22 at the moment. The Western Forces. Pariah goes into the hands of, it is going to be Tamani. And at this stage, Pariah, he has got the big opportunity of starting this match. Kubeli not able to play this one. That one has been kicked into touch by Kyle Godwin. A good clearing kick, and now 30 metres out from the line. The Blues are going to have the line-out throw. And we have also got unlucky status. At least the Blues will be the NZ and AU's champs, as well, says Smithy Toiler. And also we have got line them up scrum lads. I ran out. I overindulged as well. But Tui Pelotu taking that one nicely. A lot of pressure on Finley Christie. The other ball's gone down. Little knock on from Oscar Satutu as well. And because of it now, it means that it is going to be the scrum feed for the Western Force. Jeremy Thrush rushing up there. And he was able to put the pressure on Finley Christie, which did cause the knock-on. Are you streaming Fiji versus All Blacks? I am indeed. Taniela going to be a great match, and it is only about a month away, which is extremely exciting. Hi from the game, says Millie as well. Yeah, anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be live for the game a little bit later on as well between the Waratahs and the Chiefs. We'll be probably a little bit more chilled out than this one, because this one, I feel like it's going to have the heart racing the whole time for this one, because it's going to be a very exciting matchup, and there is a lot on the line for both of these sides. We have also got there, wish there wasn't a massive ocean between us, mate. I would drive some to you, as well, says Scrumless. And also it said no, why people unsubscribe, as well, says Henry Samuel. But now Pariah at the back of the scrum for the Western Force. It's going to be in the hands. It's actually Strawn, the way that one's pronounced. I always call him Strauchen, so I will write that down. My apologies there, but now it's going to be in the hands of Fergus Lee. Warner had a lot of carries throughout this competition so far, making a lot of tackles as well. Now it's going to be McIntyre going out the back line. Kurandrani now got the ball in hand. Good defense from the Blues. Little knock on from the Western Force, but it is still going to be in their hands. So I guess they did say that it was knocked backwards by a Blues player. I guess it was, but now it's going to be Tamani running straight. They've got the advantage now for Tui Pelotu being offside. Now McIntyre goes back once again. The Blues are rushing up and putting them under a huge amount of pressure here, the Western Force. But now they're going back for the penalty. And that's going to be interesting. I felt like there might have been a knock on there. Kieran Bliss man for us as well. And also we have got there Pray for the Force as well. Says Izzy, he is going to be a very worried man throughout this live stream, because of the fact that if the Force don't get this win, his side, the Crusaders, aren't going to be in that final. So we will have to wait and see. That's a good kick from Strawn there. And now it is going to be the line out about 38 metres out from the Blues line. But so far, the first thing I'm noticing from this one, was Eklund's hand, who did actually slap it down. That is very well refereed there a little bit. And now it is going to be the line out throw for Kai too. But the one thing I'm noticing is that the Blues are rushing up in defence, which can also possibly opportunity or create opportunities for the Western Force. If they can get that line break, they have a very good opportunity of going all the way. But then Zan Sullivan, he will be hanging back. He's got a long boot on him. And he will be hoping to use the territory game via the white ball over the top of Richard Kahui there for the Western Force. And now it is going to be a line-out throw for the Blues. So a little bit of a mistake there from Kyle Godwin. Here we go. Says Scrumlace as well. Love the green community. They're such nice caring folk. Probably start punching holes in the wall soon as well. But then you will have to patch them up, Johnny Blaze. But I guess, in a way, if that was the case, you would get a little bit more of a job at home. Maybe. So we'll have to just wait. Don't do that. The walls are new, as well, says Scrumlass. On the halfway line, Finley Christie now goes to Faiani. Now it's going to be Satutu getting his first carry of the match, but he is tackled low by Richard Kahui. Nipolulala playing halfback. First receiver, Christie goes to Tui Pelotu. Now Christie once again going back. It's going to be kicked high from Oteri Black. It's looking close to the touchline. It's on the touchline. So they are going right back. Little mistake there from Otere Black. And now it opens up opportunity for the Western Force. Now, everyone I saw in the terms of the odds, everyone is backing the Blues to win this one by pretty much 25 or more. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that is going to be the case. 22 likes in midnight plays already. That is crazy. In the first 4 minutes, thank you all very much for that. Come on, Force, as well, says Bruce. He is going for them big time here. Brian now goes to McIntyre hit. And the tackle by Christie. Now it's going to be Tavita Kurandrani driving forward at Dalton Bubbly, the man who has only missed one tackle throughout the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition. Fires the white ball now to Richard Kahui once again from Godwin. Was able to get it there. Tamani now driving it straight at Cowley to Iochi, someone who has been able to create a few opportunities. That ball has popped out the side, and it's a turnover now for the Blues. Hoskins, a 2-2, puts it on the boot there, and it has gone into touch. Now, a big factor here is the fact that all the Western Force, all the Blues have to do is win this match. So they may play a little bit more of a defensive game, maybe a bit more kicking, just trying to make sure that they do win it. Because we saw it in the match against the Crusaders for the Rebels, they were able to score a few counter tries from mistakes in that back line of the Crusaders. So that is the last thing the Blues will be wanting. But Kaitu now is going to have this line out throw on the 22-meter line for the Western Force. Where are they going? They're going to the back there. And it's stolen in the breakdown or in the line out, by the Blues. I mentioned that they have the most steals in this competition. They've done it again. Eklund now dragged down by McIntyre, and it's an advantage for offside. Oh, no, a little knock on is the call now. It's going to be Mark Talia now out the back line. No, decides to go himself, run straight at Godwin, tackled low. In the end now, it's going to be Robinson around the side. That man will run hard with the ball. He's dropped it, though. So now it is going to be advantage over Jordan Oluwafela with the kick. Off the left boot, kicking it in behind. Bryce Seam's going to have to chase this one hard. He's going to have a bit of pressure on him, but he has taken it nicely. Kurandrani has got him nailed in the tackle. A little bit of a slip there now. Zan Sullivan has joined that ruck, and now it's a counter ruck from the Western Force, but it's on the side of the Blues. And that was a bit of scramble defense for the Blues there, under a huge amount of pressure. Now Finley Christie is going to be passing it to Tui Pelotu. And at this stage, they are just trying to create that angle, working it away from the goal line, trying to make sure that the kicking opportunity is there. I will try my best to read all the chat in a very short moment. But Finley Christie is going to be kicking it himself. That is a decent kick as well. Gone decently far, 30 metres out from their own line now. But the Force looking like they've come to play once again. We have also got there in the chat as well. You should react to my Bowden Barrett montage on the Kiwi Lads channel, Kiwi Lads React channel. We haven't actually well and truly got it fired up yet. So we may have to get look into that as well. We have got Bulls Boys Force as well, says Jolin. And also we have got I'm having chips again, says Millie. And yeah, some of those all flat pass there from McIntyre. But it's taken by Kurandrani. I'll try my best to go back to the chat in a very short moment. But this game doesn't look like it's going to be a very slow pace one. I think we're going to have all-out action between these two sides. Now it's going to be Kalen goes to McIntyre, short ball to Godwin. And at this stage, they have still got this ball here. The Western Force 30 metres out to Mane running out at Satutu. He has tackled Pryor now. Goes back to McIntyre. A little offload to Jeremy Thrush. Looked like he did an ankle there. Jeremy Thrush, when he was trying to go, they did say that there was a bit of dew around. Fergus Lee Warner running out of the line. Little knock on though. And because of it now, Ollie Kalen would have had the penalty. But it was the little knock on first. And now it's going to be the scrum feed of the Blues. Force will keep coming. Or we'll just keep coming at them, as well, says Bruce. And that is one thing I love about the Western Force's style. They don't give up. They will just keep on going until the end of the game. We saw that they scored an 80-minute try in the match against the Crusaders, which did shut down the bonus point last week. And yeah, that could be the case here as well. Maybe if they can hang in there long enough, they could do it again. My voice is trying to disappear at the moment. Been talking a lot lately, and we have got there. Everyone's cheering for the Force. The Crusaders fans as well, says, at Oddie Entertainment. And at this stage, while we are having the scrum reset, I'll quickly write down the size of the fullbacks, a 30 kg advantage there for the men in the blue for their home game, the Blues here. I will put up the table. There we go. At this stage, if the Crusaders want to make it to the final, the Blues need to lose this match. But if the Blues win, they are knocked out, and it will be the Blues versus the Highlanders in the final of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, and the game will be at Eden Park as well. We have also got Let's Go Force from Tim, and also we have got 93 watching, 29 likes. Please like and subscribe, y'all, from Scrumless in the chat as well. You heard it. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be back a little bit later on at 9:45, and that is going to be before the match between the Chiefs and the Waratahs. And I feel like at that point, we will be talking about the game, but also talking about our excitement for the final that will be taking place, because by then we will know exactly who is going to be in that final. Your parched as pro as well, says Bruce. I actually had a drink halfway in between or in between these live streams. But yeah, my voice, unfortunately, I did 2 yesterday, 2 today so far. So yeah, the voice might not want to last throughout this whole one. So tomorrow, I feel like I will be hardly talking. But yeah, I have been very excited for these matches so far. Scrum reset once again here for the Blues. 30 metres out from their own line. We have got Mr. Voice, please, as well, says Jolin. And at this stage now, Finley Christie got this ball at the back of the scrum. Faiani now, little chip in behind, looking for Mark Dallaire. It's going to bounce up nicely. He's got a Mark Dallaire, but he is going to be tackled by Richard Carr. He looked almost a little bit high, but he has been able to shut it down now. Rico Ioane goes back to Hoskins Satutu. He's got plenty of pace, and Hoskins Satutu scores the first try of the match for the Blues. And the crowd have erupted. Take it to the Eden as well in the chat. And it was Hoskins Satutu who was able to score a great kick behind by TJ Faiani. Found the man out on the wing, which in this case was Mark Dallaire. Then from there, Rico Ioane offload to Hoskins Satutu. And he got over the line, and he had plenty of pace there, Hoskins Satutu as well, scoring the first try of this match. His first try since the first round of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, I believe it is as well. But the little chip in behind was the case. And it means now that Satutu was able to score it. And he had plenty of pace. Once he was in that gap, Hoskins Satutu, I am just updating my scoreboard so that we can see that it is the first try for the Blues. There we go. Right, we are looking good. There we go. Right, Hoskins Satutu scoring the first try of this match. We will put that up, and I will also go here and go like this. And hopefully now we have got everything up and running. There we go. We are ready to go. And we have got a whole heap of people. Hoskins Satutu, beautiful as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got, what's up, brother, from Jax. I tell you what, we've got a lot of rugby on at the moment. I hope you are all here ready for this matchup, because I feel like the Western Force, like we have mentioned, they are a team that can hang in a match, and they will just have to wait and see. Hoskins, the whole package, he can do it all as well, says Smithy Toilets. Freakish talent. Satutu is indeed a man of many talents. Love that bloke. As well, says Marco Vanabolabia, will you be able to stream Sharks versus Bulls? It's pretty much the culmination of the South African Rainbow Cup. Should be a banger. I am hoping to. It is going to be on, or Teddy Black has got that one. It has gone straight down the middle. 11 minutes into this match, 7-0 to the Blues now. And yeah, at this stage, I am hoping to do that game. It is going to be on it will be 4:15 a.m. here in New Zealand, but I think I will still be up for it. So that is going to be in 9 hours' time, I believe. If I'm not wrong, yeah, Richard Carr tackling Mark Dallaire just a little bit high, hence the advantage. And then from there, it has been kicked off now by the Western Force. They are under pressure. And at this stage now, they are hoping that they will be able to do decently. And we have also got there from Smithy Toilet. I assume that is that you will be sleeping at that time. Who says Rico has no distribution skills as well, says Lax Axel. And just jumped out of the shower, literally. Lol, I can't find my underwears as well, says Marco from the Polar Bear. And now it is going to be McIntyre nailed in a tackle by Auckland, and Satutu counter ruck from Tui Pelotu, and it's a penalty for it as well. And I think that was for the player flopping over the side. And I think it is going to be up against Tom Robertson there, player leaving feet. So now the Blues have got another penalty in this one. Take that, the Force as well, says Music Kiwi. I'm getting pissed off, and I wish I could watch the game with you, Hamish, and be in the live stream as well, says Henry Samuel. And also we have got Yayet from Casey, and also never did. Everyone acknowledged he didn't as well, says Smithy Toilet. But at this stage, on 30 Black now is going to be kicking this one for touch. Tackles so far, they've had to make more. Only missing the 2 tackles, so 91% completion. And at the moment, the Highlanders have got the highest tackle completion rate in the whole competition with, I believe it is 88% or somewhere around there. It may even be in the 90s. No, I think it is 88, but it is very impressive from them, and that is why they have got their spot in the final. Defense is the first form of attack. If you can stop another team from scoring, you got a very good opportunity of scoring yourself. But now it is going to be Auckland there, going to the back to Kauli Tuioti now. Little offload back to Auckland now. He's getting a bit of steam up. Little slip there from TJ Faiani. Straight over the ball was one of the players for the Western Force, but not quite able to get it now. It's looking like Nepolalala will be going around the side. No, offloads to Auckland instead. Tackled by his opposite number, Kaitu. Now Christie looking for the option. Alex Hodgman now driving out to the Western Force once again. The Blues are playing like a team who want that home final, and at this stage, they are well and truly going to get it. If they continue like this on Teddy Black, goes back to Rico Ioane stepping, but he is tackled in the end by, it was Kane Koteka. Now it's going to be Satutu, the man who scored the try earlier on, landed on his head there awkwardly. Hoskins Satutu. But now it's going to be Christie, Kauli Tuioti. Once again, in the ball up. Good face play here from the Blues up to 8 phases. Now Tui Pelotu was able to score a try last week. He will be open to do the same here. Now it's going to be first receiver. Oh, almost lifted up there. Was Zahn Sullivan, I believe. No, it was Rico Ioane. Now it's going to be Tui Pelotu once again. And I realize I put it's going to be a penalty to the Western Force. I put the wrong thing up. It just says Hoskins to do, but that actually needs to be ticking along the bottom. There we go. Maybe. Yes. There we go. It didn't like me for a second, but that is going to be scrolling across the bottom there. Instead, go Blues as well, says Penny Albert. Why can't you grow a beard? Shave it all off, man. As well, says Mike O'Donovan. Unfortunately, every time I get a beard going, I end up getting a light goal, and then I have to shave it off, which is why we've only got the mustache at the moment. I had pretty much... I mean, it was still pretty patchy, but it was getting there. But then, yeah, we ended up hitting a subscriber goal, so it ended up all coming off, unfortunately, for me, other than one of the mustache. So that is what I did. Keep up the great work, bro, as well, says James. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. And we have also got there Latifa, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, has said hi, Myths deal as well. That one has gone off the back, and now it is a mistake from the Western Force. Once again, the Blues have got this ball back, and now it's going to be Satutu driving forward, almost ripped away by Jeremy Thrush. Ollie Kalen stealing that ball for a side, but Finley Christie straight over the ball once again, but they have still got it now, the Western Force on their own 22. McIntyre kicking it in behind, seen a bit of space back there, and it is a good kick in behind. It's going into the 22. It's going to be Otiri Black, gives it to Zahn Sullivan. We know he has got a very good left boot, and he has kicked that one into touch, making a lot of meters towards halfway now. Will be where the line out is taking place, but 15 meters through this one at the moment. 15 minutes through this one. I think I said meters. We have also got to go predict force by 3, as well, says that was Bruce. And also we have 2 Russian spies on the Blues, probably in Auckland, both executing their master plan of immigrating back to Moscow to join the military. Didn't know that. That is a bit of fun. Bit of fun information, I guess you could say. And also go force from Benny Albert, and also hi you as well from Latifa, and also party at Josh Ioani's house as well. They will be very happy. Jeremy Thrush taking that one nicely in the line out, little chip in behind from McIntyre now, finding a bit of space. It sits up for Mark Delia now, and it's going to be a counter-attack. Mark Delia, he's got plenty of pace, and he has stepped on the inside, but he is going to be tackled there by Ollie Kalen. Very nicely done by him, but now it's going to be DJ Faiani and Jake McIntyre. I don't think he will be kicking the ball away again. That was a big mistake for the Western Force. Now Pavali driving forward, still going. Dalton Pavali, little knock on. No, maybe not. Satutu now. Bryce in quick hands out to Faiani. Zahn Sullivan right next to the touchline. But they are going back now. Because it was a forward pass there. So that is what we are going back for. I'm going to run out of breath before the end of this one. And we have also got, is it 4 points for a win and 1 point for the, someone's down pretty badly at the moment. 1 point for the bonus. So that means if the Blues get a bonus, they will be 1 point ahead of the Crusaders. Says the official game. It will indeed. I will show the table once again for you guys. But at this stage, even if the Blues don't end up winning, they only need to win by 2 points to be able to have the, wait up, I'm looking at the wrong team. Yeah, anytime they win this one, they will be sitting on 23 as well. And because of points differential, they will be above both the Highlanders and the Crusaders. So it doesn't matter if they only win by 1 point, they still have that home final. But of course, they would love to chase a bonus point to be able to finish one more above anyone else. Go Highlanders as well, says Andrew. Yes, they are in the final, mate. And it's going to be a very exciting matchup indeed. And we have also got in there Talia getting dropped. That's made him hungry again, says Lax Axel. Did he have a little bit of an injury earlier on in the season for Super Rugby Aotearoa? I'm not too sure, because I know they had Caleb Clark, and now that he's not there, Mark Talia slotting into that number 11 role very nicely. And they got AJ Lamb off the bench, a young talent, still got a lot of time left in his career, and he is going to be making the most of it off the bench as well. And we have also got planning to bring his Japanese family to create some sushi as well, says Smithy Toilet. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that. We always got, they'll need a win pretty much, says Smithy Toilet as well, yeah. So if they win by even 1 point, they get that home final, so they just need a win. And that is exactly what they will be going for here. Tui Pelotu getting explained the rules by the sound of it at this stage. So at this stage now, the Western Force are going to have to scrum just inside of their own 22 almost, or maybe just outside. But at this stage, 30 kgs is the difference in the forward packs. That could be lethal. Who is that down? It's actually Strawn coming off the field, and that is going to be replaced by Carney. What happens here? He tries to tackle Sullivan. Or is it the head knock? No, I think it has something to do with an ankle or a head knock. It didn't look too good. Unfortunately, I realized with this up, I was actually kind of hiding off the screen, so I'll put that back down at this stage. But yeah, Strauchen holding the head. He's not looking too good, so it is going to be Rob Carney making his way out onto the field. A very experienced head at the back, and it looks like Strawn here hopefully he will be able to get up here. He looks like he is conscious, but maybe taking all the protocols, they will end up stretching him off the field. Hello from Matiaki. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Welcome into the live stream, Kiora from Mako Funapolavia, and also Kiora from James. Welcome into the live stream, guys. And we have also got Cale Clark has gone to the play. All Black Sevens ahead of the Olympics. He has indeed. And also big signing, Malachi Fekatoa is going to be playing for Tonga in sevens, I did see. So that's a pretty exciting one to see what he's going to be able to do there. Talia trying his best to fit in with the Samoans, knowing these two. So while the Blues are doing the haka for their finals, I know you're right on the edge, Smithy Toilet, of whether or not I'm actually allowed to read it out in the chat. We have what's got King show us. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show even a second of footage, it would end up getting taken down, sadly. So the best I can do is try and talk you guys through the game, and also there will be highlights on YouTube after the match is finished. And we have also got the Kiora from Latifa as well. But I thought he was in teaching children how to grow long hair as well. This Smithy Toilet. At this stage, most tackles in this match tonight: 5 for Robinson, 5 for Kalen, and then 6 for Auckland. But he is walking off the field here, Strawn. Not a good sight, of course, seeing a player leaving the field. We did see it in the last match as well. It was Dallas McLeod. Someone in the chat was saying we don't want to see Dallas McLeod in the midfield, and then he got knocked unconscious and got taken off the field, unfortunately for him. And then from there, now we have got Rob Carney making his way out onto the field. He has had quite a lot of experience, that is for sure. They're reading out all of his accolades at the moment. The list goes on and on for that man. And go Blues, says Scrum Lass, and the Magic Silvers as well. And okay, that is all right, says Mati. Oh, I said it right the first time. I think Matiikai. No, that's wrong. Matiakai. Hopefully that's correct. I well and truly got that wrong. What colours are they in? Says Anthony. The Blues are in their home kit, the light blue, and then the Western Force are in the black and yellow for this one. Now it is going to be on the 22. That's a low pass, bounce pass to Kyle Godwin. And now they have got this one just outside of the 22. Now the Western Force Pryor going to the short side, goes to Robertson, trying to drive forward a little bit, but we know how strong the Blues are when it comes to those stealing in the breakdown. Straight away, Robertson trying to make a nuisance of himself in the breakdown. That one has been kicked high from Pryor, and they have said the last time my voice not working. It almost was a burp, I guess it was, but it just didn't quite come out as a word. But the last time the Western Force were able to win against the Blues, I think they said it was 2008. Zahn Sullivan kicking this one in behind. And now it is going to be taken nicely by the replacement, Rob Carney, just outside of his 22. He is going to be returning fire on the left boot, looking for a bit of territory down the middle of the field. Found a bit of space, but it is getting around all over the place at Eden Park. Now it's going to be Zahn Sullivan once again. He has got a very good kick for touch, that man. And he uses it once again, almost 40 metres out from the line. The line out will be taking place. What time in weekend casters play? Is that the Crusaders? Because if it is the Crusaders, they have played, and they played against the Rebels just before this match took place, and they were able to win 52 to 26. But because of points differential, they are currently sitting in second on the table. So if the Blues win, they will be in the final with the Highlanders. If the Blues lose, it will be Highlanders versus Crusaders in the final. Jeremy Thrush claiming that one. Now it's going to be Brian McIntyre lined up by Robinson. Little bit of a loose ball here for the Western Force, but it has been taken there by Kane Koteka. Now it's going to be Pryor going out to the right-hand side. Short ball there. The hands of Fergus Lee Warner. They've got the advantage as well here for the Western Force. Going short side, McIntyre. Quick hands from Carney out to Richard Covey. Slipping over. It's a slippery day there at Eden Park. That is for sure. Now it is going to be out the back line. Godwin, short ball into the hands of Kalen. Little offload goes to Satutu. So it is going to be going back now for the penalty to the Western Force is the legend Richard Covey playing Seth James. He is indeed. He is on the right wing for this match as well. And yeah, it is going to be him. And now Rob Carney has made his way out onto the field. So they are going to be two players to keep an eye on for the Western Force. Also, Jeremy Thrush. I feel like he is a hard man to look past, mainly because he is a man mountain. And it is very hard to see around him. But he is going to be open for a big performance in this one as well. Thanks, says Latifa. No worries. And also, Zahn's got a straight jaw, looking like a crocodile striking its prey as well. That is an analogy I haven't actually heard before. And now that I think about it, I probably won't ever stop looking at Zahn Sullivan's jaw that way. So thank you very much for the toilet. But at this stage now, kicked for the corner for the Western Force, currently going to be sitting around 15 metres out. Liam, like they are saying now, the big news is the Highlanders are in the final. If the Blues win, it will be the Blues versus the Highlanders. If not, it will be Highlanders versus Crusaders at Forsyth Bar. So it's going to be an exciting finish to this competition. Unfortunately, at this stage, the Chiefs, they won't be able to make the final, but they still will want to pick up that last win up against the Waratahs, which is going to be taking place at 9:45 New Zealand time. So straight after this one, Kaitu drawing the ball there. Like I've mentioned, very dewy day there at Eden Park. Try Origin, 74% of their tries have come from the line out for the Western Force. That is why I mentioned Kaitu is going to be such a dangerous man off the back of that rolling maul. Also, the likes of Jeremy Thrush just pushing that line out forward for the rolling maul back in Triple A as well. Says Henry Samuel. They have gone to the back, taken by Jeremy Thrush now, and now they've broken off the back. It is going to be Kane Koteka, but straight on in with Dalton Powali, who has been driven forward. It is slippery at the moment, 5 meters out from the line now. The Western Force into the hands of Tamani with a bit of a step tackle by Hodgman, dragged down Satutu, trying to get that ball. Not quite able to. Brian out of Godwin, lined up by Tui Pelotu, straight on the ball, and Gali Tuioti takes it clean there for his side. And the Blues have got the turnover now. It's a loose ball, but it's going to be taken by Teddy Black. Back across to Faiani, looking for the counter-attack, only 5 meters out from their line. Risky business for them at this stage for the Blues. But now Finley Christie is going to be calling his shots. And we have also got, I can hear John Kerr and Steve grinding again from Scrumless. He'll be nervous for this match. He wants to see his Blues side in the final. He wants to see it at a home final as well. And all they have to do to make that happen is win this game. But it is going to be a task. Oh, he sells a bit of a dummy there. Christie decides, and now it's going to be the penalty. And I believe that was for offside. Yes, it was. So they have been able to win that penalty, and they will get that line out feed there for the Blues. But I will ask the question. I don't know why my brain stopped working there for a half second, but I will ask the question. If you are going for the Blues in this match, comment Blues. If you are going for the Western Force, comment Force. Let's see the split that we have got at the moment. I know that anyone who is going for the Crusaders is more than likely going to be typing Force right now. But also, yeah, we will wait and see who we have got. How's it, mate? Going for the Highlanders by 10, says Birdie. The for the final, I assume that is the Highlanders by 10 in the final, is it, Birdie? Because we have got the Blues versus the Western Force here at this stage. But I assume that would be the Highlanders by 10 in the final. Is that if they've got the home game or the away game, Birdie? Do let me know there as well. Max is going for the Blues here. Also, Eklund now going to the front of that rolling maul now. It's in the hands of Robinson. Eklund claiming that one at the back. The Western Force trying to defend it. They are going to get told to use it very soon here. The Blues not really going anywhere, waiting for the halfback. But he is looking around, and Eklund realises there is no halfback to be seen. He was back in the back line. And now it's going to be Satutu now. Tackled by Koteka. Straight over the ball was one of the Western Force players. It was Callum, but he wasn't quite able to get that one. Now Christie is going to have to fire this one back. A little bit of a hesitant pass back. Now he has gone back down the middle of the field with Teddy Black with that kick into the hands of Olawafela. He is a quick man when he does get going. We saw that last week. Now it's going to be quick hands from Kahui, lined up by Talia, who has now made the tackle on Kurandrani as well, alongside Rieko Ioane. Satutu straight over the ball, and he does almost steal it, but there was a little knock on. So because of it, it is going to be the scrum feed of the Western Force. Very lucky. Blues as well from Scrum Lass. NZ Rugby Rocks, says Latifa as well. It does indeed. And we have got Blues all day. Come on, Auckland. I was born there, but live in Bay of Plenty, says Machu. So we have got everyone in the chat so far supporting the Blues. I'm not seeing too many Western Force supporters out there. But yeah, hopefully it will be a very close match. Keep us on the edge of the seat like the last couple of matches have done of this competition. Richard Kahui, so a little bit disappointed there, but he was getting lined up by Mark Talia, so not too much he could have done there in this situation. But the only try so far in this match is Hoskin Satutu. He is sitting on just the one try in this match, but 3 tries of this competition. 10 minutes into the game, Western Force so far not able to find their way to the try line. But it is going to be the scrum feed now for the Western Force, while we have got a little bit of a stoppage in play. So I will once again show the scoreboard, or show the table, I should say, at this stage, the way that the match is sitting. If they do stay this way, the Blues, they will be in first, and it will be Blues versus Highlanders at Eden Park. If the Blues can't win this match, they will be finishing in 4th out of the New Zealand sides, and they will end up in that situation of it being the Highlanders and Crusaders in the final. Could go either way at this stage. I know a lot of people back in the Blues. There were even some people who were back in the Blues by 70-plus points. They will be a little bit nervous right now, being 23 minutes into this one, 7-0, and the Western Force will be hoping to get on the board very soon. And we have what's got, I always knew Australian rugby couldn't contend with New Zealand rugby, says Machu as well. As a Cantab, got a cheer for the Force as well, says Andy Scott. Yeah, I feel like there'll be a lot of Crusader supporters out there hoping that their side will be able to make it to the final, because if not, it will be the first final they've missed in many years, even since Scott Robertson has started head coaching for them. The Bay of Plenty, a lovely area as well, says Mako Vunapola Bear. Have got some very good players as well. That's going to be the free kick or the penalty on the far side for Santiago Mirano going early, and that is unfortunate for the Western Force because they had the scrum feed, but now it has turned into the situation of the Blues other side who did get that penalty. Let's go Force Landers to host the final as well, says Tim Bateman. Yeah, I think there are quite a few people going for that Southern Derby as well. And that would be an exciting one because of the fact that last time it happened, the Highlanders were able to get that big win. The time before that, the Crusaders were able to get the win in round 1 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. So there is unfinished business there, 1-1 at the moment for the score this year. And we're going to have to wait and see whether that's going to be the case. But the Blues playing like a side who don't want to give up that spot. They've been at the top of the table pretty much throughout this whole competition, and that is where they plan to stay at the end of this game. Damn Cantabrians, I will call it. There's Mako Vunapola as well. I mean, I'm from South Canterbury, so does that count for me? Doi Below claiming that one. Goes to Pawali now. Hoskins Satutu now driving forward once again. Tackled by Kaitu. And also Kalen now. It's going to be Hodgman slipping in the tackle, but it actually helped him. Made a lot more meters than he would have without the slip. Now it's going to be Finley Christie selling the dummy. That's straight over the ball. Was Kane Koteka as he got it for a side. Not quite. Hodgman now around the side of the ruck, trying to drive forward 5 meters out at the moment. Nepololala is nailed in the tackle by Santiago Medrano, and that could be the Western Forces ball, is it? Yes, it is, but straight over the ball once again was Dalton Pawali, and it's a penalty to the Western Force. And at this stage, that is a try-saver penalty to win right there, Hoskins Satutu. So 2-2. And oh no, back to that again. I don't know whether I can read them out. The only ones I was reading out yesterday were from donations, and they've kind of felt mandatory to read them. And I had them up on the screen as well, which may not have been the best play by here. There's definitely a few interesting 2-2. And we have also got there. Let's have a North versus South Island final as well, says Machu. And want to see my I just want to see JK's tears as well, says Andy Scott. Yeah, he'd be a very disappointed man if they weren't able to get through to that final. That is for sure. Definitely with how they have played throughout the rest of the season. Their closest game, I think they've only lost it by 7. That's not straight from the Western Force, though. Kaitu gets it wrong. These are mistakes the Western Force can't be making if they want any chance of winning this game. And Kaitu, I said he was going to be a danger man. Hasn't had the best game so far, but it is going to now be a scrum feed for the Blues 30 metres out from the Western Force line. JK's a fashionista as well. See Mako Vunapola Bear. And speaking of fashion and whatnot, well, I don't know whether that's a good transition, but always we seem to have that suit on for the final. So maybe I will have to dust it off and bring it out for that final that is going to be happening next week. And it's going to be either between the Blues and the Highlanders or the Crusaders and the Highlanders. So either way, the Highlanders are in the final, so they will be cheering big time. And at this stage now, it is just a case of who is going to be joining them. Finley Christie with this line-out feed. I'm thinking of backline movement, maybe going all the way out to Mark Delia or going short side. Could be the option here, but it's going to be Finley Christie. Goes to Bryce Emu, joins the short side, or the long side, I guess you could call it there, up to the 22 now for the Blues. Now it is going to be Christie, goes to Tui Palotu. But that's the thing with the slippery ball. Maybe they won't be so keen to fire it all the way out the back line. Nepololala has got that one. Great low tackle on him by the man in the number 5 jersey, Tamani. Christie calling a shots here at halfback. Goes into the hands of Tui Palotu. Sells the dummy, goes himself. Good tackle on him by Koteka once again. Or sorry, that was Tamani. That's going to be Robinson met by the wall. That was Santiago Medrano still rolling though. Now it's going to be Christie. Goes back to Eklund, tackled once again by the Force, up to 7 phases now for the Blues, and they are going to be hoping to get over the line very soon. It's going to be Big Red Tom Robinson getting closer, 10 metres out now. Christie goes to Tui Palotu, driving forward once again, getting closer and closer here. The Blues goes back on Teddy Blake now using the backline. Rico Ioane, white ball. It's gone into the hands of Mark Delia, and he is going to be going all the way, and it's a try. I mean, it didn't happen off the scrum, but I did say maybe Mark Delia would get the ball. It just took a few more phases, about 11 to be exact, but Mark Delia scores the try now for the Blues, and they are well and truly tasting that final now. Delia, we will add him to the list in the 27th minute, was able to get the try, and it was a very impressive one indeed. Bryce Heem going into the side that wasn't the short side. I keep on forgetting the name of it, but then from there, Chrissy went back to Teddy Black, white ball to Rico Ioane, white ball once again, all the way out to Mark Delia, and no one marking him out there. Mark Delia scores the try and gets the Blues a little bit more of a lead. We've also got there as well, we want the Blues to win, JK's might have, oh no, we also got their JK suits, 10 out of 10. Yes, Hamish, wear that suit as well, says Grumley. So I may even have a guest for the final as well. I did talk to Isaac, and he is actually coming down south for a short holiday. I think it's going to be for the weekend or something. So he might be here next week for the final, which could be pretty awesome. Go the Force as well, Seth Hayden. As with that Crusaders logo, I assume I know who you will be backing to try and get into that final, Hayden. And also Try Time says Naughty, and also Highlanders in finals. When was the last time they were in the finals? Says Gypsy O'Sullivan. Oh, good question. I feel like I don't actually have the answer for this, but hopefully someone in the chat will be able to tell us. I think it was a little while ago, and the Blues also probably haven't been in a final for a wee while as well. It is often, last year or this year earlier on, it was the Crusaders versus the Chiefs, wasn't it? Rico, no, it's Teddy Blackadee has kicked that one down the middle. I'm not sure why I shouted Rico. We almost got up the Blues, says Hohepa, and also thank you for this, says Bila, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. I love doing these because of the fact it gives you guys who can't see the game live an opportunity to still follow along with it, have a chat about it in the chat as well. So if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. At the moment, on the road to 2,600 subscribers, I believe we are at this stage. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Rico, keeping the Blues morale on a high. I wonder what Rico's saying. Guys, just pass me the ball. I'll single-handedly beat the Force because I'm NZ's greatest glory hunter as well. And that's the thing. He's actually passed the ball twice, and it has led to 2 tries so far, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So maybe he has changed his way for this game here. Where's Isaac? Is he at Canty Uni? Kind of. I think he is. Is he at the uni? I think he's somewhere up there doing his course, though, for teaching. So I'm not sure whether he's at the uni or whether he's at like a sideways, or not a sideways one. I think he might be the uni, actually, because I know he has got placement. Tom Robinson is down at the moment, which is not good. But yeah, his placement's coming up very soon, which is why he was down south for so long a couple of weeks ago as well. He's down for about 8 weeks. It's going to be Pry now on the halfway line. Kai 2. Tackled there by Alex Hodgman. Gali Tuioti trying to get straight over the ball. The Force need to be the next team to score. It's gone back into the hands now. Lee Warner, rush defense here. A little bouncing pass, and it's a little knock on from Kane Koteka. The Blues playing a very strategic rushing defense here, and it is working extremely well for them. Highlanders in the final for sure, right? They are indeed. And we have also got when the Highlanders nearly won the Super 15s and then lost in the final the next year when it was the Super 18s, I think. So that is a wee while ago. Indeed, Highlanders final 2013. Or 2015, yes. So they have been long overdue for being able to get there. Long overdue. That is a bit of a pun because of how dewy it is at Eden Park at the moment. Everyone's slipping all over the place. But Tom Robinson ended up with a head clash there, unfortunately. Almost knocked himself out there. And he didn't look too flash after that. You know when a player's kind of doing that kind of blinking, that maybe they're not looking the flashes. So he will be coming off for an HIA. And in that case, it would be a Kiriwani making his way out there. And Georgian Steak and Cheese Gobbler. Or George the Steak and Cheese Pie Gobbler as well. Says Marco Vodapola Bear, but now it's going to be a Kiriwani making his way out onto the field. The crowd are hyped up to see him out on the field, but Tom Robertson is going to be coming off for an HIA there. He's not looking too flash, Tom Robertson there. Looking a little bit dazed. So because of that, I don't think we're going to see him back. And if that is the case, he won't be in the final either for the Blues. Blues, I think 2003 was the last time they were in the final. So yeah, it's been a long time for both of these sides. So that is why the Blues are that hungry to try and get up. A big hit here, which means now Kiriwani is going to be going for 50 minutes rather than maybe around the 30 that he was going to be getting in this one indeed. But at this stage, it is going to be a scrum feed for the Blues. It's been all them in the first half. Only a couple attacks from the Western Force. I would say possession at this stage has got to be 60% for the Blues. They have been dangerous on attack, able to score the 2 tries. Hoskins Tutu and Mark Talia both scoring. But Kiriwani in that number 6 jersey. And that is something I actually prefer him at 6 to 8. I'm not sure whether that's just me. I feel like he is more dangerous at number 6. And then him and the combination of him and Hoskins Tutu is just one to look out for as well. Is the other player going off for HIA2? Says Lex Axel. I don't believe so. I'm not sure who the head knock was for the Force, but he seems to be fine, I guess. So maybe he has got a harder head than Tom Robinson, but that is hard to do because Tom Robinson is an absolute unit in his own right. But Talia so far in this match, 1 try, 4 carries, 67 meters carried, and also 4 line breaks, I believe it was. But Ed needs to go off the 8, derailing Robinson Dream as well. This is a year for the Blues, says Ayman, and it could be because now it's going to be Mark Talia. Little kick in behind Richard Kau. He's slipping, and at this stage, no one can keep their footing. Rob Carney kicks this one downfield, not finding touch on the halfway line now. Otiri Black fires it across now for Zahn Sullivan, going for that territory game that he has been so good at, and it's found touch. And it is going to be inside of the 22. At this stage, the Blues, they're playing dangerously. How much time over in the game, says Latifa. At this stage, we have got still 48 minutes left in this one. And we have also got there as well, 2003 from Naughty. And we have got Off to Work in York, England. Guys, enjoy the game. And thanks for the commentary, fellas, as well, says Andy Scott. No worries, mate. And fingers crossed for you that the Hurricanes, the Crusaders may still have a little bit of a chance of making it to that final for you. We got last time before COVID-19, they were in the top 5. While Super Rugby 18 was called off, says Aman as well. That one is claimed by Gary Ioane, stolen in the line out. And at this stage, the line out is not going well for the Western Force, and the Blues are making the most of it. We mentioned before the match about how many times they have been able to steal lineouts of their opposition, and it is continuing on here. Now Papali got the ball 15 metres out from the Force's line. They need to be careful here, the Western Force. If they concede another try here, it's going to be dangerous. Rico Ioane now driving forward, but Richard Kawi holding him up there. Almost a rolling maul, but now it is going to be driven for Rico Ioane, 10 metres out. Kelly Tuiochi driving straight at the line. And at this stage, straight over the ball was Ollie Kalen. It's an advantage against them, though. And now it's almost a gifted opportunity for the Blues. On Teddy Black goes to Pavali, and he scores the try. Dalton Pavali, he is happy. He is celebrating on the sideline as well. And that could be already the final happening for the Blues. I will update that, but Dalton Pavali in the 33rd minute has been playing very well so far throughout this game and this season. He has only missed one tackle so far, stolen by Akira Ioane. That's where the pressure started, and then from there it just kept on building. And at this stage, the Western Force are going to have to be careful, or they could be looking at that scoreline like the one that they had up against the Hurricanes, which was around that 43 points to about 6, I think it was in the end. They're going to have to be careful because the Blues are running away with this one. We have also got there heavy troubles, mate. As I said, scrum less, heavy bruises, Akira and Hoskins and Papali. On paper, this Blues loose forwards means they are indeed. And stats-wise as well, they have been very impressive. Crusaders fan praying to God that the Blues lose this as well. Even the dip as well, try time. And we have also got there, go force from Paula, and also just went to the shop, had to get some water, dehydrated as desperately toilet. So at this stage, there's plenty of water around Eden Park at the moment by the looks of it. Very slippery surface that these sides are playing on, but 21-0 now to the Blues. Their finals hopes are alive. The Western Force, unless something drastic happens, I don't think they're going to be able to get back into it. The Blues brothers are playing like a team tonight as well. Stephen Pettifetto, the water boy, looking on like friggin' L dude. This kid's come out of nowhere and stole my fullback jersey, says Marco Vonopolobia. And that's the thing. Next season or the season after, Zahn Sullivan might be the drinks boy, and he'll be wondering where Roger Tuivasa shit came from, and he stole his jersey perhaps. Or Bowden Barrett, also probably looking for a role in the Blues starting lineup. They're going to have a strong side, and having a championship here, if they can win it up against the Highlanders, would be a nice feather in the hat. Wide ball from a Teddy Black out to Bryce Heem, who has been a star this season for the Blues. Kicked in behind. The Force are going to have to chase this one. It's going to keep on rolling, is it? Oh, tell you what, McIntyre didn't want to risk it, so he put the ball down. So it is now going to be a goal line dropout. Amana said, nice commentary, brother. Keep up the great job. All the best from Fiji to you and the Auckland Blues, says Aman. Thank you very much, mate. Usually appreciated you guys being here in the chat to talk to me throughout this match. And if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back for the game a little bit later tonight between the Chiefs and also the Waratahs. Then we go Rainbow Cup, South Africa, Sharks versus Bulls. That's going to be happening at 4:15 a.m. New Zealand time, but we're still going to be up for it. And then also we are going to be doing the game next week, the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final between the Blues and the Highlanders. At this stage, it's looking like the Blues at this stage are going to have the bonus point as well. Goal line dropouts. The Force have had 1-0 of the Blues. That is a strange stat to put up, as it was the first goal line dropout that we have seen in a little while. But Christie now has got this ball 40 metres out from the line of the Blues, and they are looking to really increase that to points differential. Akira Ioane running straight at Tamani, met by a wall. And at this stage now, Christie going away to the left with a flat ball to Nepolulala. Once again, going back, Zahn Sullivan now dropped by TJ Faiani, loose ball there. And now the Western Force have got the advantage for that knock on. Tavita Kurandrani goes back to Lee Warner, hitting the ball up, run straight at Tui Pelotu, making a few extra meters for his side. And that's the thing with it being slippery. As long as you don't slip over, you can get quite a few extra meters while you are on the ground. Little kick in behind from Kyle Godwin. Not sure what that kick was, but it is advantage over now. And now it's going to be Finley Christie now, breaking the tackle with Godwin. And now Finley Christie with the step offloads it. Akiriwani goes to Brycene. And they are inside of the 22 once again here, the Blues. Cowley Tuioti going to the right inside of Akiriwani, trying to shunt off a couple of the players. And in the end, McIntyre was able to drag him down. Now it's going to be Tuipulotu driving forward with Hodgman on his side. Still got this ball here, the Blues. Their face play has been very good throughout this match so far. Cowley Tuioti tackled low by, it was Kane Koteka there. Now it's Christie, goes back to Black. One more hand, quick hands. Oscar Zadudu goes to San Sullivan, looks for the offload. Has found Dozen Pawali, but it was a little bit slippery. And he wasn't able to make too many more meters. Christie goes to Hodgman running onto the ball. And he is only 5 meters out. Oscar Zadudu around the side. And he has scored the try for the Blues' second of the match. And Hoskins Atutu once again pouring it on. And it is going to be the second try of the match for that man, Hoskins Atutu. Going to add that one 38 minutes in. Has been able to pick it up. He is on fire in this match. He is going for that leading try scorer. At the moment, he is sitting on 4, which is equal with everyone else who is right up there, I believe. If I'm not wrong, although actually, no. I take that back. Sever Reese had a good game up against the Rebels, was able to score 3 more. We have got a donation from AJ, as said, Blues versus Highlanders final, North Island for the easy win as well. We're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be exciting, but at this stage, pretty much, I'd say about a 95% chance it is going to be the Blues versus the Highlanders because of the fact that the Force are going to have to get 28 points and then some to be able to win this match. We will read all the chat as well. And what have we got? We have got next season. He will be going to the Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, that is going to be going to the Blues next season. And we have also got there in the chat here, it's going very quick at the moment. Is Sam Cane still injured? How long is he supposed to be out for? I think it's still 1 or 2 months. But Ardie Savio, I heard, had another little injury to his knee in the last match that he played, which is not ideal because that could mean now could be missing the matches in July. Teddy Black so far 3 from 3. Looking for a 4th. He has got it, and there's now a minute left in this first half where they finally likely to be. I think the way it's going, Blues going to host the final, says Aman. They are indeed. Even with the win, they will be having a home game at Eden Park, and the Chiefs will be in the grandstand watching the final as well. Say Machu. And yeah, it's going to be a great occasion, that is for sure. And not looking good for the Force. It's not at all. And unfortunately, for anyone who was back in the Force, they're going to have to fight back very soon. Yes, it is the rule of if you can score 28 points in one half, the opposition can score 28 in the other, but not when you're playing a side as dangerous as the Blues. Like, they have been good in the breakdown. They have been having their face play very nicely. And at this stage, it looks like they're just going to keep on hitting this ball up till we get to halftime. Or Tuipulotu now driving forward 40 meters out from their own line. Yeah, they're just going to wind down the clock here, the Blues. Going to halftime, 28-0 up. No point risking it. And Dalton Pawali driving forward, but straight over the ball with Kayla, not quite able to get out. Finley Christie kicks it into touch, and halftime has come around, and it is 28-0 to the Blues. I can feel for the Crusaders, first ever Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, but the Blues always win the competition first. Just like in 1996. Yeah, that is one trophy that the Crusaders would have loved to have their hands on, alongside their Super Rugby Aotearoa title, many Super Rugby titles as well. Last year's Super Rugby Aotearoa as well as those ones. So unfortunately for them, this one is not going to be their year for that. And we have got to come on the Blues final at Eden Park next year. No better occasion to witness you losing as well, says Shane Newton. We have got Will Conagana Basham B in the final, says Luke. I don't think they'll risk him unless there is a serious injury to one of the Highlanders players. I think they will go with relatively what they have been going with the past couple of weeks because it has been working. They have been able to pour on points. And that's what you're going to need to do up against this Blues side. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 30-point to 32-point final between the two sides, and that would be very exciting. Highlanders, says Corbin, very happy man. It is going to be the final between the Highlanders and the Blues at this stage. May the Force be with you, not as well, says Naughty. And we have got their total time back in April was expected to be 4 to 8 months, 8 being severe, 4 being mild, and it appeared that he's recovered faster than expected. So he might be still 1 or 2 months away. Sam Cane might be back for the the Rugby Championship. Thank you. I thought I heard something about him healing faster than expected. Yeah, I think I did see that little bit of news as well, which is a good sign, but we don't want to see what happened with Ardie Savio happened with Sam Cane, because I think Ardie Savio may have come back just a little bit earlier than he should have, and now he has injured it more, and he might be out for even longer. And we have got, I'm sure they're going to score more than 50 points in this match as well. says Arman. And Luca is not a happy boy at the moment. I think he is talking about going to the, or he's talking with, he's talking with Smithy Toilet in the chat as well. Not a happy man at all. We've also got there in the chat, pity the Crusaders won't be in the final. Would have been an epic Blues versus Crusaders. It would have indeed. I feel like any matchup with the Crusaders, even if it was the Highlanders versus Crusaders, because of the fact that the Highlanders were able to beat the Crusaders once in Super Rugby Aotearoa, adds that little bit more hype. But we've got to think about these games between the Blues and the Highlanders. I'm going to look back at Super Rugby not Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. I'm going to look back at Super Rugby Aotearoa quickly and have a wee gaze at what the scores were when these two sides played, because I think they were normally high-scoring ones, if I'm not wrong. What round did they play each other? It must have been about round 3. Yes, it was. The Blues were able to beat the Highlanders in round 3 of Super Rugby Aotearoa, 39 points to 17. Then we look at round 8, and it was 35-29. So each of these sides, if it is the final between the Blues and the Highlanders, have both won one. So it's going to be exciting. Will be naming their side tomorrow. They are indeed at 1:30 p.m. Australian, I believe it is, if I'm not wrong, is when that is going to be taking place. I'll probably still be asleep because of the fact that I will be up for the live stream at 4:15 a.m. That is going to be the match between the two sides, the Bulls and the Sharks. And that should be an exciting one as well. Right, thought Artie was sitting out this year as well, says Levi Sampson. Yeah, he was injured, and then he must have been making a speedier recovery, so they threw him back into the starting lineup after only a week or two, and now he is injured in the knee once again, unfortunately. And we have also got there Go Uso Brothers, or Go Uso Blues as well, from Vianney. And also we have also got in the chat, I'm saying also many times, can you do more Rugby Challenge 4 more often as well? Says David, I am hoping to. I will be doing probably a play along with the final as well to see what we can do in terms of whether or not we can get it relatively close. But yeah, I am hoping to include more Rugby Challenge very soon, just because of the fact I'm going to be starting up a Be a Pro series very soon, where I will be being myself, trying to make my way up in the rankings of the world of Rugby Challenge. If Crusaders made the final, the Blues would have had absolutely no chance, says Joe Bro as well. And also we have got Wednesday, AB's naming will be interesting as well. And but they don't like false information as well, says Smithy Toilet. But at this stage, for the AB's naming, I think it will be relatively soon. They're running out of time, unfortunately, because of the fact that, we're only about a month away from, or in fact, we're less than a month away from them being in, being into that final, or not the final, sorry, the match against Fiji. They're having a shocker at the moment. We've also got next month, test match Fiji and New Zealand. Last time was this two teams met, it was New Zealand 91 to Fiji 0 as well. So yeah, hopefully we don't get to see that one-sided of a competition. Hopefully it is a little bit contested. And we have also got there, that's what I said. And we have also got Luca is an angry boy at the moment. Be careful, Luca, or else someone might have to end up putting you on a timeout. And I recommend not putting you don't know how to spell when you do misspell a couple words in that sentence as well. Just be careful. I love your videos. Best YouTuber ever, says David as well. Thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and to leave a like. Anyone who is new, I will have a look and see what we are sitting on for likes as well. We are always sitting at the moment. We are waiting for it to load. Drum roll, please. It's taken a while. We are 54 already. So thank you all very much for that. We may be able to hit 100 likes on this one as well. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. 4 tries to nil at the moment. 285 meters carried for the Blues to the 83 of the Western Force. Defenders beaten 16 to the 6. 6 clean breaks to the 0. And tackles, they've had to make 102 in this first half. The Western Force missing 16. The Blues only having to make 39. And we have also got there as well discipline 4 for the Blues and 3 for the Western Force in terms of the penalties as well. And we have got to get some UFC tomorrow, the Stylebender versus the Italian fella here, Marvin Vittori. He's going to be an interesting contest for the for the Stylebender indeed. I am probably going to be buying that pay-per-view. Crusaders as well from Marco Vero Polavia. And Luca, just please do not swear in the chat. We try and keep it relatively PG. So if they are annoying you, just end up ignoring them. I think you can even block them, Luca, in your own account, so you won't have to see their chat. So that might be the easier option. But at this stage, player stats. I feel like there are quite a few meters being made for Hoskins Atutu in this one. We've got 58 meters carried in 8 carries. 1 defender's beaten, and he has been able to score 2 tries already in this one. Also, Mark Delia, 67 meters carried, 4 carries, 4 defender beaten, and 3 clean breaks with 1 try as well. And so far, Jordan Oluwafela, only 2 carries and 33 meters carried for the Western Force. 17 tackles made by Ollie Callan, 2 turnovers, 19 made by Tom Robertson, and 1 turnover, 1. Huge numbers for the Western Force on defence, and they're going to have to be very good with their defence in the second half as well if they do want any chance of being able to make it. And we have also got there in there, we've got I love you all equally except the bloody New South Wales Blues as well, up the mighty Maroons, says Isaac. And we have also got Anthony has said, I'm a Crusaders supporter, but it's time for someone else to win it. I assume that would be. And yeah, at this stage, you're in that situation. People were mentioning the last time either of these sides were in a final has been a very long time. So unfortunately, yeah, it's going to be a sad situation for the Crusaders, but it's going to be a new look on the competition. And now the Crusaders, they will be even hungrier next year with Moana Pacifica and Fiji Drua. They will be wanting to prove themselves as the top dog, and that is what they're going to have to do in the next season. Unfortunately, Aaron Smith is going to spoil the party for the Blues. Come to the final as well, says Joe Bro. And that's the thing. He played a phenomenal game up against the Brumbies, scoring 2 tries himself, also setting up a couple tries. And he chooses the best moments to be able to make the most of it. And, choosing the right opportunities to have that impact. And we always got Joel has put, please, bro, show the game, please, just once as well, says Joe. Unfortunately, if I was to do that, it would be the last live stream we can have in the next 3 months, unfortunately, because they will ban me from live streaming. So we would miss all of the Rugby Championship, all the British and Irish Lions tour. Everything that's coming up over the next kind of 3 months would be gone, unfortunately. So the best bet is to watch the highlights afterwards. But unfortunately, I can't show the game or else I do get banned and the YouTube channel just goes down the gurgler almost. We have also got there, tell you what, Sam has donated the 99 cents New Zealand as well. You didn't put a message though, Sam. I do see. So if you put one, as well, if you put something in the chat, Sam, I will read it out for your message. But thank you very much for that donation. We've already had 2 on this live stream. So I do appreciate you both for that very much. And also everyone else who is in the live stream chat as well and who is watching from all around the world. We are only moments away from the second half getting back underway. We have also got there Force Nitamani to use his BBC energy, says Isaac. And we have also got Brother Please. We have got, I read that one. And we have got, are you going to do Chiefs versus Waratahs live stream? I am indeed, David. And that one should be an exciting game as well. It's one of those ones, it doesn't affect who is going to be in the final, but it is going to be in that situation of, it should still be a very good game as well. And we have also got in the chat, says Isaac, it takes an Aussie team to push Crusaders out of the final as well, says Clayton. And also we have got take the hat round, boys, as well, says Sam Bigsale. Is that like church style in terms of everyone going around and getting a few coins and whatnot? But I do thank you very much for that donation, Sam. Hugely appreciated, mate. And we have also got there Snore Blues will spoil Josh Ioane's party instead. Himino can't share. Oh, no. We also got there. Okay, I understand. All good, brother, from Joe as well. And we have got Let's Go Blues from Lewis. And he has said hi as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. And we have also got Mute, the next person who asked that question, Hamish. I feel bad, though, because some people kind of like they don't actually know. Like some people are new to the channel and they kind of come in and they're kind of looking for the best opportunity to be able to watch the game live, which I feel like the Blues, or not the Blues, the Super Rugby, they need to find more ways of making it free to watch. Like State of Origin here in New Zealand was free to watch on, I think it was Channel 3. And that was awesome because of the fact that more people were going to be able to see that game and it kind of gets more eyes on the sport, which is what you want to do. Yes, it is free to air TV, but you still got the ad revenue and all of that kind of thing. And it's just one of those ones that you want to just make more people enjoy the game. And the way to do that is to get more eyes on the sport as well. We always got, can you sheesh as well, says Lewis. You should do some rugby league gaming, says David. We actually did one game so far of Rugby League Live. It was me and Georgia, and we played the Blues versus Maroons game a few days ago. And it was fair to say we're not the best at the game, but I think maybe a career mode could be coming soon. Perhaps if you guys are keen to see that. Loves a good toilet. It's in the name, brother, as well. And we have also got the All Blues, or Go Blues, all the best as well, says Talvela. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. Hi from the game, says Millie. How many people are in attendance, Millie? Do let me know. Is it going to be, I know it wasn't a sellout because there were quite a few spare seats. Hopefully they get quite a few for the final, though. That would be pretty awesome if they were able to have quite a few people there. They should invest in a 3-game series of North versus South Union equivalent of State of Origin. And that's the thing. That was a very good game we got to see when it was North versus South, came right down to the wire. And I feel like it was a great way of kind of keeping those players who were playing Super Rugby and whatnot, kind of keeping them with that opportunity of getting more game time. And, yeah, it was just a very enjoyable game to watch. I would not complain one bit if they did decide to do a 3-game series or even just the 1 game. We want another one. North versus South, make it happen, because it was very exciting as a halftime. Says Lockie, it is indeed. We are just waiting for the second half to get back underway. So far, 28 points for the Blues. So Tutu scoring twice, Talia and also Pawali were the other try scorers. For the Western Force, we have got an NA there, not applicable, because unfortunately for them, haven't been able to get over the try line yet. 1,600, I think, but I'm not sure, says Millie as well. And we almost got, they need to do something like the Rugby Network, like we have here in the USA. All games free watch with short ads playing. It's like Rugby YouTube, says Scrumless. See, that's a good idea, because I know that that's kind of what they hopefully will start doing a little bit more with. I know someone was saying about the NRL was also in that situation of doing something, but I'm not sure whether that was the NRL or whether that was someone who was illegally doing it. I remember a few years back that they used to show the replay of the Warriors game, Murray TV, as well, says Machu, because someone mentioned about a Sunday afternoon replay of a game, and I'm not sure what game it was, but I think one of the games always gets replayed. I hope they show more of them, though, because at the end of the day, we've got a lot of people who watch these live streams who would love to be able to watch the games as well. And yeah, I just wish that would be the case. And we have got who will your man of the match be, says Tavella, or who will be the man of the match. I think at this stage, Hoskins Satutu with his 2 tries is going to be well and truly up there. It is just whether or not the likes of Pawali can get a couple turnovers in the breakdown and maybe get himself another try, then he would be right up there as well. But Tom Robinson hasn't returned to the field yet. So unfortunately for him, his night could be over. And if that is the case, he will be missing the final next week up against the Highlanders as well. And we have also got there, in there, can you please do the first Rugby League Live 4 Warriors career mode tomorrow? As I says, Henry Samuel, I don't know about tomorrow. I feel like that would be a little bit too soon. I think maybe it will be maybe in a couple weeks or so, just because of the fact that we have got a few more videos coming out for State of Origin that we have done, me and George, where we played as the Queensland side, and then we played as the Blues as well. At this stage, Teddy Blake 4 from 4 as well, and we always got their left wing was really good, says Lockie Bates. That would be Mark Talia. Yeah, he had an impressive first half as well, scoring a try early on. A lot of meters carried for that man. And we have also got in the chat, can you do more Cricket 19 too, says David. I think we have got the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, which I think I will be the channel that I will be doing my Cricket 19 career mode on when I do start it back up. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe to that Kiwi Lads Sport channel is the name of it, and we will be having a little bit more cricket and whatnot on there as well, bro. With score in the Crusaders match, it was 52 to the Crusaders, 26 to the Rebels in the end. So because of it, the Crusaders are sitting in third. They're in limbo, and at this stage, unfortunately for them, they will be more than likely missing that final, because unless the Western Force can get 29 points unanswered against the Blues here, it is going to be the Blues versus the Highlanders at Eden Park for the final of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman next week. We have also got there sometimes to turn off the game and just watch the stream. That's how good it is. As well, says Sebastian, I do appreciate that a lot, mate. And yeah, it is great having all of you guys here. We always have a lot of support on these live streams. And we have got who got the try at the first half, please. As well, says Tavella. It was Hoskins Satutu who got one in the 10th minute. Then it was Talia Papali, and then Hoskins Satutu once again scored the last one of the half. And we have I've got the rugby. I've got a rugby tournament tomorrow as well, says David. And what age group is that, David? And what position do you play? Do let me know. And we have also got there, thanks, I've blocked him, said Luca. No worries there, mate. And also we have got the Blues need to spread it out faster, I reckon, says Lockie Bates as well. And I guess at this stage, they're just in that situation of 28 points ahead. You can kind of experiment a little bit in terms of tactics that you could use in the final. But then also, I guess you wouldn't want to show all of your secret little plans. Tamani now's got this ball for the Western Force. The Western Force were able to retain that kickoff. Now it's going to be McIntyre goes to Robertson, the man who made a lot of tackles in that first half. The other thing for the Blues is they want to avoid injuries. They don't want to lose a very talented player. Bubba Lee straight over the ball, but not quite able to claim it there on the halfway line. Jeremy Thrush, in one of his first carries of this match so far. A little bit of a disruption, and it's going to be in the hands now of the Blues. They have been able to turn it over once again. I believe it was Kurt Eklund who was able to get the job done. It's gone back now to Oteri Black, kicking it in behind, going for a bit of territory, and it has gone into touch, and it is going to be about 25 metres out from the Western Force line. This is on now. As well, says Lockie, it is indeed. And we have also got to do the same, brother, says Smithy Toiler, and we have also got try limit. My time watching it on TV and stay on stream, but my subscription's nearly running out as well, says Smithy Toiler, and 10th grade and first 5 as well. So you will have a big role in that game or in that tournament. That is for sure. How many games is it, David? Do let me know as well. But Kaitu now on the 22 now is going to have this line out throw. The Blues are very good at stealing line outs, almost able to do it again. but it has been claimed by the Western Force, who are now getting a rolling maul going. At this stage, Fergus Lee Warner trying to stop Akiriwani from going straight through the middle, but he might almost have a hand on it here. Akiriwani, no, it is in the hands of Ian Pryor, and he does fire it high. Being chased by Kawi and McIntyre. Talia takes it on the halfway line. He has almost shunted off the tackle of McIntyre, but he is dragged down there. Now it is going to be Christie going away to Nepololala, who's going through a gap. Nepololala, but there is a little bit of obstruction. So because of it, it means that it is now going to be a penalty to the Western Force. We've also got great, thanks for the great service. Uso says, Vela, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. You rock Super Rugby. I should hire you as a commentator, says Raphael. Unfortunately, I think most of their commentators have played rugby for about 10 years. So maybe to be able to become a commentator, I might have to lace up the boots and try and become a professional so that I can then get the commentary role afterwards. But I do appreciate all the support you guys are always showing on these live streams. We'll have a quick look. At this stage, we are sitting on 65 likes, which is a huge number. So I do thank you all very much for that. And at this stage, it looks like we could get to 100 by the end of this one, 30 minutes and a half as well, says David. And it is 5 matches as well. So that is pretty quick. How many days is it over? Because I feel like when I used to have my cricket tournaments, it used to be you played about 2 or 3 games a day, and it was over a couple more days, or I think it was only over about four days or so that we did have it. And we always got save some tactics for the final Blues as well, says our man. And also, let's go Blues, says Rangi. And now it is going to be stolen. Tom Robertson goes to Guy Do. Sorry. What a great tackle that was from a dirty flag. Jeremy Thrush very close to the touchline, but there was a little knock on, I believe. Or actually, it was a foot and touch is the call. And now it is going to be the Blues who have got this line out thrown. Every time the Western Force look like they're starting to make a few meters, unfortunately, it just gets shut down by the Blues defense. Well, Scott, who do you think? The man of the game, says Lockie. I think at this stage it's either going to be Hoskins, Satutu, or Mark Talia at this stage. And, mate, you're very good, says Shane. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, mate. Player of the match, Satutu, far. What can't Hoskins do? Incredible at line-out. He's very strong, Hoskins Satutu, and he is going to be an asset for the All Blacks when he does get a chance to play for them later on in probably early July, actually. What team do you support, says Harry? Hey, I am lucky in regards of I pretty much back every single side in New Zealand and also Australia. I love watching the Australian sides play, so I'm pretty impartial, which does make these games a lot more fun to watch as well. So Tutu dragged down there, and they are 15 metres out from their own line here for the Blues. Christie now is going to be going back into the hands of Oteri Black, and now it is going to be a right foot kick downfield taken by Kawi. Now goes to Rob Carney. He's going to be running up. He's got Rob Carney on the outside as well. Oh, sorry, he had Richard Kawi on the outside as well, but he wasn't quite able to find him. Now it's going back to Pryor. Goes to Lee Warner on the 22 at the moment. Can they get their first try of this match? The Western Force, they got a few up against the Crusaders last week. Ipololala trying to change it in the breakdown, but it's still in the hands of Pryor. Goes back to Tamani. Good defense once again from the Blues. Now it's going to be Pryor going back now. It's going to be in the hands of Rob Carney, close to the touchline, only inches from it, but he has managed to fall in the field of play. And at this stage, 6 phases, almost the most phases they have had in this match so far for the Western Force. They haven't really had too much of the ball in hand. Over 120 tackles they've had to make so far in this match. But now they are getting an opportunity on attack. It's going to be Pryor, little inside ball to the hands of Mirano now. It's straight on the ball as one of the Blues players not quite able to get it. Those loose forwards are lethal for the Blues at stealing the ball. Now it's going to be Kyle Godwin. Sells a bit of a dummy, goes himself running at Hodgman and Eklund, but he is tackled. Now it's going to be Pryor back into the hands of Koteka once again, but straight in there was Stewie below 2. They have still got this ball now. The Western Force are up to 11 phases at the moment. McIntyre nailed on the tackle by Papali. The Blues once again rushing up. Kurandrani at the kneecap taken out by Bryce Heem. And at the stage, 13 phases down, still on that 22 line. When do they try and kick? Or, I'll tell you what, it should have been a bit sooner because Dalton Papali has ripped that ball away. Now Kelly Tuioti has got that ball in there, but straight over the ball was McIntyre. Has he got it for a side? No, he hasn't. It popped out the side. Now it's going to be Finley Christie. Tom Christie, of course, Crusaders flanker, but now it is going to be Akira Ioane driving forward once again for a side. And I will read the chat in a very short moment as well. And we have got Sam in the chat. Has donated 99 cents again. Thank you very much, mate. And we have also got, I will put your message up in a very short moment as well, Sam, because I feel like maybe it was supposed to be with this one as well. But we have also got there to lace up your boots. Hey, scrum lads. I have to be either halfback or somewhere else because I feel like I would end up getting absolutely smashed in the tackles as well. You're supposed to wear the Blues number 11 jersey as well, says Stavella. And the message from Sam with his donation was, come on, lads, let's help pay his Sky subscription as well. I mean, if you guys do want to help out with the donations, they are always much appreciated. Only if you are in the position to be able to do so, though. But I do thank you very much for that donation, Sam. And yeah, appreciate you very much. And we have got Sleepy Joe Biden and Boris Johnson sleeping in the same sleeping bag at G4 Summit in England as well from Johnny Blaze. And we have also got there, you are bang on with the commentary. Love this as well, says Shane, watching both you and the game. Awesome, bro. Well done. Thank you very much, mate. That's going to be the rolling ball now for the Western Force. They've scored 77% of their tries from lineouts this season. Kaitu's got the ball in hand. They're trying to drive forward just a little bit more, the Western Force. Edging closer and closer, 5 meters out now. It's rolling around. This is looking good. Kaitu goes down. He is over the line. Was it a double movement? I think he was just on the line. Has he got it? Kaitu, it was almost a double movement, but I think he was just able to get it down, but they are going to be going upstairs for it as well. So we'll quickly add his name to the list, Kaitu. I said that the rolling maul was a key, and that is exactly what it looks like it's going to be. So Kaitu, got to spell it right, of course. Don't want any spelling errors, even though I probably have had quite a few so far throughout these live streams. But it was Kaitu was able to score the try, and I will add him to the list as well. There we go. Kaitu able to score. It splits off there for the rolling maul. Then Kaitu goes to ground, reaches out, and puts the ball down as well. We have also got there in there. Come on, lads, let's help. Oh, no, that was the pay for the Sky subscription. I'm very so dry coming, says Arman as well. Your voice sounds better as well, says David. Yeah, luckily, I feel like the more I talk, the more it kind of warms up. It's as soon as I stop talking that we get into the big problem of it just disappears. Eyebrows. Ryan, welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And also go Western Force, says Jet Lees. And they have been able to score their first try of this match. Ian Pryor is going to be the man who has got kicking responsibilities here. They've got Domingo Miotti, who will be coming off the bench a little bit later on in this match. But for now, it is going to be Pryor. And we have also got there in their try time as well from Spilly Tour. Might be a double movement as well. Going to be a mean day as well, says, or tomorrow as well. And we have also got there, my wife Stacey, great as well, says Shane. And thank you very much to Shane's wife. Do appreciate you watching and listening as well. And we have also got there, won't the Highlanders and the Blues be in Dunedin because they are playing at Eden Park now, says Luca. No, because of the fact that the Blues, if they win this game, even if they win it by 1 point, they will have the home final at Eden Park. The only way it would be in Dunedin is if the Highlanders play the Crusaders, which for that to happen, the Blues need to lose this match, which might be a little bit too big of an ask at this stage. 72 likes as well. 7 midnight plays. We might even be able to go for about 120 here if we are lucky. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. Already making the subs here for the Blues, making the changes early for the sake of trying to keep the legs fresh. That is the factor at the moment. Kyle Godwin now kicking this one very high in the sky at Eden Park. Is it going into touch? Yes, it is. And they aren't going to be taking this one quickly. Taken nicely by Teddy Blake. Now he considers going quickly, but now has missed the opportunity. But good kick from Kyle Godwin there to get a little bit more meters. We have also got you know, my favorite YouTuber, better than Mr. Beast as well, says David. Thank you very much. Although I don't end up giving away $10,000 all the time. I mean, if I could, I would. I probably. That would be quite fun. That is not straight there. Yeah, that one has been called not straight. I thought for a second they weren't going to call it not straight. And I was wondering what game they were watching, but that one was off by a mile there, unfortunately for them. Dunedin as well, says Marco Vodavolva or Dundon. And we have also got there 78, says Lucas. So we are flying up in the likes. That is visual. 3rd of July, Samoa versus New Zealand. And 10th of July would be Fiji versus New Zealand. 17th, Fiji versus New Zealand, as well, says Aman. And I believe that 3rd of July will be Manu Samoa taking on more the Māori All Blacks as well. And then we have also got there a Blues fan from Rarotonga, come on Blues. And Shane has put, how do we donate to better 99 cents? Is that in the, tell you what, that's a hard one. What device are you on, Shane? Because I think there is a bit of a slidey bar, if I'm not wrong. I haven't actually done it before, which I probably should have to test it, but I see that people have been able to find out how to do it. I think it is a slidey bar, and you can slide the amount, and then you can also type a message, I think, if I'm not wrong. Blues fan from Rarotonga. Come on, Blues, and that's going to be the penalty to the Blues at scrum time as well. Very nicely done by them. And because of it now, 15 minutes into this match, Kauto and Ukiafi only just getting out on the field, already having an impact up against the man on the number 1 jersey. Or actually, it will be Santiago Mirano, who is having a bit of a hard time in the scrums at this stage. Front rows collapsing. But it was Kaitu to drop first because of the amount of pressure that they were putting. And we have also got there, are you rich? Says David, I am not even a little bit, and all money on the channel just goes straight back into it as well. But I am lucky enough that I have got the lighting. And I feel like that is one thing that I feel like makes it just a little bit better. I had to get like a little ring light, although that was, I got one of the cheaper ones to be able to have it, just so that you guys can still see me even when it's dark at like 4 a.m. when I am live streaming as well. We have also got there. Can you please tell us who hit the thumbs down that we can give them? Unfortunately, I can't actually find out. It doesn't actually tell me, unfortunately. So I just, yeah, it's kind of anonymous, I guess you could say. Already coming on the field. Also, Holmes coming on for Santiago Materano. So everyone making subs at the moment. I believe it was Wagner. Holmes, sorry. I think I called him Holmes. I said the same thing twice. But now it is going to be in the hands of the Western Force. Now it's going to be a good run from Fergus Lee Warner to drive himself up the field. I will keep on reading the chat as well at the same time, but I will try my best to be able to do. Oh, no, it's been stolen by the Blues, though. We'll come back to the chat soon. So Tudu goes back into the hands of Rico Ioane with a bit of pace. And he is driving forward, offload on the inside to TJ Foiani. Did he just chuck the ball? What happened there? I think TJ Foiani just threw the ball at the defender's face, if I'm not wrong. I think it slipped through the hands. We have also got there, Carl's a monster scrummager. Who's the best scrummager currently as well? Oh, he's up there. I know that people are saying De Groot and also Tomaiti Williams are the next two that are going to be coming through the youth system. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see watching from a small island in Samoa, as well I say. And I think it is 28 to 90, or sorry, to 7 to the Blues as well. And why are you always happy? I just love watching rugby with you guys. And I feel like that is one of those things that every game I've been watching has been entertaining. And yeah, I just love doing these live streams because it's one thing watching the games by myself, but being able to watch them with you guys while we keep on talking alongside it, it is just pretty awesome. And Chiefs can't go to the finals. They can't, unfortunately, for the Blues all day. Race in the house, says Les Edmund as well. And we have also got there in the chat, what was the score in the Crusaders match, says Aman. And also we have got in there, do you get paid for going this, and how much do you get paid? I don't think I'm allowed to say the actual amount, but I can tell you now, it is not as much as you would probably think. We aren't on a lot. Pretty much, I am able to pay for my live streaming software and whatnot. But then other than that, we aren't really that much. Our big money in terms of the channel comes from donations on live streams. That's kind of where the revenue would come from. And we have also got in there as well, Nelly Satutu could have got a hat trick. He could have, and it would have been a very impressive one. And we have also got there, did he get kicked? He did not, Luke. He is still looking around. Good answer as well, says David. Do you live by yourself? I don't. I live with my parents at the moment. They are in the kitchen at the moment, I believe. But they are normally, sometimes they sit in the background while I do the live streams. They are pretty supportive of it, which is very awesome indeed. And we have also got a scrum penalty to the Blues. It was indeed Jet Lee's now. They've gone for the rolling maul to the front of the Blues line. Now Jeremy Thrush straight through there, though, and he might have got the ball here. Jeremy Thrush, if they can't get this out, it is going to be the case of a turnover, and it's going to be a scrum. Yes, it is. And they were able to shut that one down there, the Force. 3 tries away from getting back into it. And we have also got in there, okay, thanks as well, says Millie. And also we got Chiefs will be spectators at the Aotearoa final game. My favourite Highlanders player of all time is Josh Cronfeld as well, says Machu. I think my cat was just meowing. He's often in the background as well. And we have also got, will you be commentating Chiefs versus Waratahs? I will indeed. We will be back for the 3rd live stream in a row. Great work there from Jeremy Thrush, the big man, able to tie up the ball. And then from there, the Chiefs, the Blues just weren't quite able to get it out there. We have also got there, thanks from Luca. And how many points do the Chiefs need to get to the finals? Unfortunately, with the way that the table is sitting at the moment, there is no way for the Chiefs to make it to the final. If they win their game by, no, that's not happening. Unfortunately for them, I was going to say if they win their game by a lot of points, we're talking like 100, they would actually still be in 5th place on the table. So the Chiefs, because of that one loss, it has cost them big time. And with this win for the Blues, the Hurricanes will drop down to 4th. So it just shows with the competition format, the way that it is, you can't afford to lose a game. And that is what the Chiefs and the Hurricanes have found out. Donation people, how sorry as well, says Shane. And we have also got, or is that, are you asking how to donate, Shane? Or are you asking other people to donate? Do let me know, because depending on what device you are on, I might be able to give you some tips, but I'm not too sure. You may have to find out from a couple other people as well in the chat. But I know on a phone, if you are on your phone, there is a little icon when you are on the live chat, and it's a little $sign in the bottom corner. And then from there, you can click on that, and it's either super sticker or super chat. And I assume super chat would be what you would want to send. So you click on that one, and then I think you can select how much you want to donate, if I'm not wrong. I think that's how you do it. We have got Mako Polar Bear. You have done it many times, and you actually know how to do custom amounts. What device do you look on, or do you do it on, Mako? Do let me know. We're looking for potential foul play there. Maybe Tui Pelotu. Little bit of a late shot on the man in the number 18 jersey into the ribs as well. You have to be a little bit careful there. And we have also got, can you do some maiden? I would quite like to play maiden again because we haven't really played it in a little while. We used to play it a bit, me and George, but maybe that is something we can look at doing as well. Thanks, brother, for the commentary as well, says Mareka, and 2 cents live with his parents, and he's like 30 something. Does he live with his parents? I thought he had his own house, and they come over to watch the rugby. My mum is happy that the Highlanders are in the grand final. Yeah, they've done well there. So it is going to be the penalty against Patrick Tui Pelotu there for foul play. And we have also got a correction or trying to promote your hate as well. Marco, are you following the game or trying to promote your hate? Says Clayton. I think Marco Polar he loves to troll, I guess you could say. Most of the stuff he says is with a grain of salt in terms of don't take it too seriously. But yeah, he does love a bit of banter in the chat. That is for sure. David has said, can you do NFL? Yes, I am as well, says Shane. So you're on the phone. So it is in the bottom corner when you are on the live chat, and it is that little $ icon. And we have also now got a good rolling maul here for the Western Force. Driving forward only 15 metres out. I will come back to that in a very short moment, but it's in the hands of Andrew Reedy. They've been told to use it once. Jeremy Thrush still trying to get it rolling. Are they going to be able to keep on going here, the Western Force? They have been told to use it once again. It's going to be Pryor back into the hands of Kyle Godwin now. Driving forward, Harry Plummer out on the field as well. Pryor back now. Goes into the hands of Godwin. Now it's Carney. Out now into the hands of Cowie. 5 metres short now. Richard Cowie straight over the ball with him, but not able to get it. They've got the advantage as well. Pryor goes into the hands now of Wagner, I believe it was, or Andrew Reedy, I think, if I'm not wrong. Pryor's got this ball. They're going to the longer side here. It's going to be in the hands of Lee Warner. Driving forward here. The Force, he's going to roll here, Callan. And he wasn't quite able to get there, though. Now Pryor goes back into the hands of, I believe it would have been Holmes. And the number 17 jersey of the Blues defense is looking very impressive. They've still got the advantage using the back line. Now short ball to Tavita Kurandrani. And he scored the try. And that is another try for the Western Force. They're making the comeback in this match. And also, Marco Polar Bear has donated $4.20, so he knows how to do the custom amount as well. I do thank you very much for that one, Johnny Plays, or Marco Polar Bear, sorry. And also now, I'm going to be adding the next try. It is going to be Tavita Kurandrani, who was able to score at the Force. I think they aren't finished here. They are trying their best to be able to get themselves to cancel out the Blues from being in the final. But we will have to wait and see whether or not it will continue. This will be a nice, easy kick, though, for the man Ian Pryor, who is kicking in this one, and the Western Force players, or Western Force supporters. He said, you beauty, I am a decent lip reader, and that is exactly what he put there. But Tavita Kurandrani, very nicely done by him in the 56th minute. We'll just quickly add that. There we go. And now we will have that scrolling across the bottom. Very nicely done there. And we have also got in the chat as well, we have got, I'm throwing game pot, or I'm at the game throwing popcorn at 2 cents as well. And we have also got, I'll try and read all of the chat, but we have also got a donation as well. It says great commentary from Donna DB. Thank you very much for that. $8.99 donation. Very much appreciated. And at this stage now, the Western Force getting right back into this match now. And it is looking pretty awesome for this game, because if they can keep on scoring at that rate, they are going to be able to make their way all the way to cancelling out the Blues from the final. We have also got in there as well, we have got what city do you live in? I am halfway in between, it is a small town in South Canterbury, halfway in between the Highlanders and the Crusaders as well. And Shane said, yes, I am as well. And we have also got my favourite player for the Highlanders is Aaron Smith, and Go Blues need more score as well, says Joe. And that's actually pointing back, living. And we have also got there in the chat. We've got a lot of chat at the moment. It would be nice if the Crusaders made it through to the final. And at this stage, if the Western Force keep on playing the way that they are, maybe they will be able to go all the way here. I keep on saying going all the way, but they are not going to make it to the final, unfortunately, for the Western Force. But they can stop the Blues from making it to the final. The Blues have made all their subs as well. That one's a knock-on from a Teddy Black, and it's going to be a penalty to the Western Force as well. Tom Robinson, or I think it was the man in the number 1 jersey. Yes, it was Tom Robinson. He was throwing the hands up, going, what's happening here? But it was actually a penalty to his side. So in the end now, they are going to be putting it into the touch once again. And we've got ourselves a comeback, y'all. As I said, Scrum Lesson, also go Force from Gangster My G, also go Force from Jet Lee's, go Force from Rio Gamer And we have also got as the comeback on, says James. It's looking a little bit likely at this stage, but they are still a long way away from being able to do so. And he lives in Flatbush, Auckland as well. And we have got the Spam Apocalypse in the chat as well from Gangster. My G, now it's going to be Tavita Kurandrani got this ball 30 meters out from the Blues line now. Pabali was trying to counter there. Tamani now driving forward once again. I will try my best to read all of the chat that I can when we have got a stoppage in play. Now it's going to be McIntyre nailed in the tackle now. Rob Carney is going to be tackled by Mark Delio as he is driving forward. The knees were on the ground for a second. It's been called a maul, so they just have to keep this one in there, but they have been able to get it out the back there for the Western Force Prior. Going now into the hands of Lee Warner to Anuki Afi over the top. It's a penalty though. I believe it was the player coming in through the side. Tuanuki Afi, I thought they were going to penalise him for flopping over the top there, but it was side entry against Don Robertson. Also, do you have a girlfriend? Says David, I do not. I watch too much rugby and don't leave the house enough for that, unfortunately. And we almost got my G come down, brother. Are you going to, oh no, we have also got there, the Force are coming as well. And Zayden is in the chat, and we have got, do the Blues still go through to the finals if they win, or do they need to win with a bonus point? They only need to win this game. No matter what happens here, as long as they get the win, they are in the finals, and it will be a home game for them as well. But if they lose this game, the Crusaders will move on and they will be in the final, and that will be up against the Highlanders in Dunedin. The Blues, we have also got, okay, sorry, mate. There's Marco Vonapolivere as well, and we have also got there from Nachos Fatigue. Can't beat it as well, says AJ. That sounds like a very nice meal tea. Well, that's taken nicely by the Western Force, and they steal the line out. Jeremy Thrush round the side. Babali trying to get straight on the ball, but he has been taken out there. Now they're on the halfway line. Kane Koteka driving forward. The Western Force are believing at the stage that they have got a chance with 20 minutes left. Going to be McIntyre going back on the inside to Godwin. Momentum is changing in this match, but all the Blues need is to win a penalty, and they can take it right back. Robertson now goes back, and then McIntyre goes to Jeremy Thrush, now lined up and tackled low by Hoskins, the 2-2. Tuanuki Afi trying to get that one, not able to. Now it's going to be going on the short side. Going to be Tamani driving forward. Tuanuki Afi going over the ball there. Has been taken out there, though. And at this stage now, it's going to be Kane Koteka once again. Good defense so far from the Blues. Renata trying to rip that ball away. Satutu straight over the top. And he has got the hands on the ball, and he's won the penalty. Hoskins Satutu, he can do no wrong in this match so far. We have also got in the chat, if the Blues win, other Crusaders out. They are indeed, and it will be Blues versus Highlanders in the final. You should vlog and go to a game, says David as well. That would be pretty awesome to be able to go to one of the games. Would have to travel a few hours south, I think, would be the closest game to me in that regard, and that would be in Dunedin. We have what's got, that's what we call a Shiloh brushes. What? We have what's got there. And now all Crusaders fans start cheering Force, putting their chances to reach the final as well, says Aman. And at this stage, yeah, they're just going to have to wait and see whether or not they're going to be able to get the win here. The Western Force, they're working hard. Magic Hoskins again, just immense. He has had a very sharp game, that's for sure. Now we have also got Crusaders are gone. Go NZ, says Crazy in. And also we have got Blues all day. And that was from Zephaniah. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also after our streams and live game commentary, the people have spoken, the Kiwi lads as well. Says Scrum Lassie, you guys love watching these live streams. I have learned from the chat that we do get, and I do appreciate you all being here. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channels. Sounds like the Sheilas that reside in Waimini, Kiwi lads. That's a true, brother. I want to know, Marco, what a polar bear. Haven't talked to enough of them to have a bit of the statistical data, but that's going to be Taleo running over the top of the defense there. And the Nkotika was able to get the job done. Now it is going to be Finley Christie goes to Auckland, who are driving forward once again here. The Blues, they're going to try and make their way all the way to line and get that bonus point back. Of course, the bonus point, it's not important for them, but now they're going for the rolling maul. There was a player stuck underneath, and it is almost going to be an advantage, but the referee decides not to. And now it is still rolling for the Blues. This has become a rolling maul out of nowhere. Now they've got the advantage for the player trying to sack it. And they have got the ball. Unfortunately, it is in the hands of Andrew Reddy, but it is going to be the penalty to the Blues there. Do they take the 3 points just to try and guarantee themselves a little bit more of a stability or a little bit more of a stable lead? This is amazing. I love this guy as well, says Zephaniah. Thank you very much, mate. And we have also got there, even if the Blues win by one, the other Crusaders out, they are indeed. They don't need the bonus point. They just need to be able to make their way over the winning margin. All they're going for, the 3 points. Strategic here for the Blues. They haven't got the bonus point at this stage, but the 3 points will put them 17 points ahead which means that they will have to score 3 times the Western Force to be able to win this match. It's so funny hearing you read out silly chat messages when you realise it's super, you quickly change subjects. As yeah, you've probably felt that quite a few times, Marco, for the polar bear over the last few months. I always end up, I read it out quick because I am watching the game and I'm trying to commentate quickly because of the fact that I know that there is going to be chat going very quickly as well. So I chat very quick and then I read half of it and then go, oh, no, I can't say that as well. And we have got I'm finna sub or finna subscribe, says Zephaniah. So thank you very much. Everyone sub to the Kiwi Lads, says Gangster as well. And we have got, do you have any siblings? I have one sister, but that is all. And we have also got the Go Force from Gangster. And we have got in there as well. Give it a like and sub, my bro. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you are enjoying the show at this stage. Wake up, Blues, score more points. Come on, says Amen. Rugby is boring, bro. Football and basketball is better, says Crazy N. And also we have got why Maka Vita from David. And how long are your fingernails as well? That's a strange question. Kia ora as well from Smithy Toilet. And we have also got Thrush used to play for the Hurricanes. And they have signed another ex-winger, haven't they? Oh, no, not an ex-winger, sorry, a lock. I think it's Dominic Bird. If I'm not wrong, is that the right name? I feel like that could be wrong, but I think it is the case. Yes, it is. I'm getting the thumbs up. Kane Koteka there was able to get tackled there 40 metres out from the Blues line, still getting driven forward by Tamani. And the Force need to be the next team to score, and they need to score before the 70th minute. They want any chance, but Hoskins Atutu is going to ruin the day once again, and he has got another penalty, Hoskins Atutu. They're showing Marcel Renata, but I believe it was Hoskins Atutu, but it was a big hit from Marcel Renata that caused it. What are the chances of the Blues winning? Tell me your percentage. At this stage, 98%. That's what I'm going with. That may be even a little bit too low as well. We have also got Canterbury might be out. They might be at this stage. More than likely at this stage, unfortunately, the Crusaders are going to be missing out on a final for the first time since Scott Robertson became coach. Please, Force win so that my team can make it to the final as well, says Solomoni. And yeah, that's the thing. Without semi-finals or anything like that, it is just a very sharp, or not a very sharp, sorry, a very tough competition. 5 weeks is all you get. Ray Nui, I say that name wrong, Nuia, I believe it is. He ended up getting injured, and he has been out for a very long time, but now he is back, and it is good to see. He's got a line-out throw straight away as well for him. So let's see if he can get this line-out throw straight. He's saying they're closing the gap a little bit. He is asking for the call. A lot of pressure on this man. Hasn't had a line-out throw in a very long time for the Blues. Is he going to be able to get it right? Unfortunately, stolen by Jeremy Thrush. And I feel like that is a little bit harsh. He's just come back, and you go and steal the line out from him. But now it is going to be going back. It is in the hands of Domingo Miotti, also out on the field. Kurandrani now driving at the line, which is Plummer and Oscar Satudu. Now it's a rolling maul situation. And now it is going to be a huge drive there. It's been called a maul. The Blues just need to stop this one from coming out the back, but it is going to be able to come out there. Hoskins Satudu's grabbed that one on the ground, but it is going to be called the scrum feed for the Blues. And once again, great defense from that Blues side. Let's go Blues as well. Says Zephaniah, can I subscribe as well? Says that you can if you do want to. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing the game a little bit later on, which was going to be is going to be at 9:45. That's going to be between the Chiefs and the Waratahs. You should make your own team on Rugby Challenge 4, says David. Is that as in like a custom team like the All Blacks, or is it a custom team like as in I know a subscriber series has been mentioned a few times as well. We have also got there another vlog idea. Do Ask Hamish, where we ask you questions about yourself and other things. A lot might be fun as well, says Scrum Lass. I feel like, yeah, sometimes we do end up almost with Q&As on the I see Q&A very strange, but Q&As on these live streams. Callan is coming off the field, and that is going to be replaced by the number 20, which is Bernard Stander, I believe it is, or Stunder, I think is the way you pronounce it. Marco Vitapolovia has got the first question. Hamish, at what age did you realize you were I can't even say it, sexually attracted to Isaac? I don't think I've found that age yet, Marco Vitapolovia. I'm joking. We also got make your own custom team and name as well, says David. That is certainly a possibility in the future, but at this stage, the Blues also not receiving that bonus point. I will throw that out. What have I done as well? Says Scrumlass. I did subscribe, says that, and so thank you very much, mate. Very much appreciated. And yeah, at this stage, all these options on Rugby Challenge are certainly options. Also, I know Rugby Challenge 22, or sorry, Rugby 22 is going to be coming out next year, early next year, January. So that is also an option. Hoskins to do off the back of the scrum now, looking for the hat trick, puts the grubber in behind. Hoskins to do, Jason Hard taken there, and now it's going to be a lot of pressure on Kyle Godwin inside of his own 22, inside of his own in goal line, and somehow No, he didn't manage to get the ball out of the 22 when he did the clearing kick, Kyle Godwin. So Oscar Tatutu with a grubber there. And that is very impressive. When does the Mitre 10 Cup start? I believe it is in about a month's time, if I'm not wrong. How long have you had a read for brother icon or global icon on the Incredible Kiwi Lads channel? As I said, Smithy Toiler at this stage, I believe it's about, I think I've had him for about, I think it's like 7 years. We got him because it was in a competition. Like it was like buy a couple boxes of Weet-Bix and we might give you a giant inflatable doll. And everyone was like, oh, I like dolls. So, yeah, we ended up getting a couple boxes of Weet-Bix and we ended up winning them, which was very nice. There will be a few other Kierans, but I haven't seen many Kierans around, to be fair. And, yeah, he's just going to be the icon ever since. He sat out in the garage for a couple of years, but then he got cold, so I decided to bring him inside. And that is where he has stayed, even though it does annoy everyone because he takes up a lot of space. We have also now got 5 meters out from the line. The scrum for the Blues front row's going down. It's going to be Satutu off the back, offloads it now to AJ Lamb, who is shut down very quickly by the Western Force defence. Now it's going to be Ruru. He's got that ball in hand. Who is he going to? It's going to be now Renata. Now it's Kelly Tuioti driving extremely close to the line. Ruru, little offload back to Tui below 2. Only a metre short of Kiriwani around the side, getting held up and driven back into the field of play. Great defence from the Western Force. Jonathan Ruru is going to be passing it back. Teddy Black now going back into the hands of Zan Sullivan wide. And Mark D'Elia scores the try. They had the advantage as well. And at this stage now, it means that could be the final nail in the coffin for the Western Force in this one. And that would mean it's going to be a Blues versus Highlanders final for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman 2021 in the 68th minute. Mark D'Elia picking up his second try. Oscar Satutu also having 2 tries. They picked up 5. They've got the bonus point at this stage as it stays, but they didn't need it. At this stage, they only needed to be able to win this game. And Zan Sullivan with a great ball out to Mark D'Elia. Quick hands from the back line of the Blues. And it does pay them dividends there. And it does put them on the score sheet once again. Right, we have got a hyper question. Blow says Isaac. Yeah, I guess he's a children's, oh, that sounds really bad. I was going to say a children's blow-up doll. But he's just a tackling dummy, I think. But I wouldn't tackle him because he is only made of thin plastic. We have also got there, when are you boxing 2 cents? Got to give his child, oh no, knock him out. I don't think there's going to be a boxing match between me and 2 cents. Mainly because, for one, I'm a stick. So he would just absolutely just rampage me in that situation. On poor says David, that is unfortunate, mate. But hopefully you are enjoying the content. That is one thing I love to do on this channel, is provide rugby commentary for those who aren't able to watch the game so you guys can watch it for free. Of course, there is the options of watching the highlights after the game, but during the matches, that is why I love doing it. G'day to my mate. He's watching Mike Hunt. Oh, no. I almost said it. It was a little bit close. I feel like I didn't quite say it as smoothly as you would have liked there, Richard, but you did almost get me there. And we have also got there, oh, TMO. This one's going back as well. You should box Kieran. We actually did a video of George versus Kieran in a boxing match about 4 years ago, and I didn't actually end up posting it because it was rather embarrassing, that is for sure. I followed you and joined the team as well. I'm poor and can't buy Rugby Challenge 4. Hopefully it is on special soon because it is still a very expensive game, that is for sure. Also, Crusaders, you almost made it to the finals as well, says Max. And also, who's your favourite team? I love watching all of the New Zealand sides at the moment. We're checking for a TMO decision here. Come on, by score as well. That's what my wife says. And I sneaky one in my garage as well. And we've got in there, you should do Rugby Challenge 4 Trans-Tasman Super Rugby. Right. They're seeing whether or not there was a late shot in the ruck on one of the Western Force players here. Who is it going to be? It's not good, Hugh. It's not Kelly Tuioti. And it was, no, I think that is fine. I think it was Ray Nuia who did go around the side, but he hit him in the chest. Oh, he actually smacked Ian Pryor in the face. I don't think he meant to, but because of it, he made contact to Ian Pryor. It wasn't the man he was going for. So this could be interesting to see whether or not, what's the change of points as well, says Safanaya. At this stage, with the extra bonus point, they would get 5 points for this, but Ray Nuia might be off the field for the rest of this game. That would be a shame. He had one bad line-out throw so far, and now he's connected in the face of Ian Pryor. I don't think he meant to. I think he was going for Godwin, but ended up extending the hand, smacking him in the mush. This could be a yellow card at least. And we have also got there, that's the game as well. And also, wahoo, Hamish, I'm so sorry, I've trapped us all in the Doctor Strange. We had a few strange questions, that's for sure. After viciously lay out 2 sets for you, George. And Isaac, give him, oh, no, Johnny Blaze. Like they are saying, they were trying to connect with Kyle Godwin, but ended up getting Pryor instead. So it's going to be an interesting one. We got this in the bag as well, says Zayden, and also 14 more guys to level your record in this competition like first match, says Aman. And at this stage, we are sitting on a total of 88 likes. So I do appreciate that from you guys very much. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I remember I was mentioning earlier on about the fact that I love doing this because of the fact that it does provide you guys with content during these matches so you can follow along. So that is why we ask for subscribers. And also, oh no, I took away Hoskins to 2 try. When did he score that? I've just forgotten. Oh no, we got it there. Trailing arm, unfortunately, is going to be a yellow card to Nuia. But yeah, we often say to subscribe to the channel if you are new. There is that donation button there, but it isn't necessary for you guys. If you feel that you want to donate, that is up to you guys. We don't want to force it. Why if it's so good as well, says David. I don't know if they are good. Are they good? I'm not sure. Go hard force as well, says Clayton. But the try is going to be. Wait a minute. Okay, it is a no try. I thought for a second they said that the try stood. Do you like my sword? Congratulations to the Blues. Hope they go all the way after many hard years as well, says Maxie. Yeah, going to be an exciting final. That is for sure. Unless, of course, the Western Force can score 2 tries and something in the next 10 minutes. Are we hoping for it? Amish, you need moderators on here to keep an eye on the trolls who frequent your streams. I guess that is mainly you, Marco, for the polar bear. That's the thing. If we did have a moderator, we probably have to be like, make sure you don't block Marco for the polar bear, not straight. Little knock on, I think is the call. Actually, so now it is going to be now the scrum feed for the Western Force. And we have got, that's an example of good sportsmanship. It is indeed. You should have joined TikTok versus YouTube boxing match, and George is your opponent. As the try given, they decided to disallow that try in the end. And because of it now, Kelly Tuioti is coming off the field as well. They will be replacing him, Josh Goodhue. No, Josh Goodhue's already out there, I think. No, it's going to be Auckland coming off the field now, which is an interesting change. But because of the fact that they need that hooker in that scrum is the reasoning behind it. I got confused for a second. He just got on as well, says Shane. He did indeed, coming back from a long injury, one not straight line out. Now he's yellow carded. Not the start he would have been wanting. Got to send the trolls to the Hungy brother as well, says Smithy Toilet. At this stage, 70 minutes into this match, who played Blues in the final, says Mark. It is going to be the Highlanders. The Crusaders are going to be missing out at this stage. The Highlanders were sitting in first before this match due to points differential. If the Crusaders had scored one more try or stopped the Rebels from scoring one more try in their match, they would be in the final up against the Blues. But because they missed out, it's going to be the Blues versus the Highlanders in the final, and it's going to be at Eden Park. It's going to be back. Now Mark Talia gives it to Rico Ioane, but he drops the ball. And now they are on the counter-attack. They know it's going into Dutch. Is it? No. Rob Carney kicks that one now. And now it was AJ Lamb making the tackle on him. They're going back for the knock-on, though. Blues are all good as well. Blues all the way, says Stephania as well. And we have us got in there, go the Blues. Blues fan from Fiji. And we are 4 now what? As well, says Zayden. We are 4 now what? As well. Or that was before this game. That was the live standings before this match took place. But after this match now, it is going to be. It was accidentally as well, says Oman. As well, accidentally bumped me mother-in-law into the. Oh no. As well, once again, I did my half reading it and then cancelling out. But the game after this, the fun doesn't stop here. It is going to be 9:45 p.m. kickoff for the Waratahs versus the Chiefs. The last match of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman before the final. It doesn't affect who is going to be anywhere on the table, other than if the Waratahs win this one, they will be getting a nice little jump up to probably 8th. I think it will be, if I'm not wrong. I need him to score for my multi as well, says Mark. Who else have you got in that one, Mark? Do let us know. But now it is going to be in the hands of Carney now driving forward. Tackled by Hoskins. The 2-2. No, it was Akira Ioane who was able to make that tackle there. Oh, tell you what, people aren't too happy on the breakdown by the sounds of it from the ref's microphone. Now it's going to be in the hands of Stunder trying to drive forward, but he is tackled by Marcel Renata. The defense from the Blues has been very solid throughout this match so far. Now it's going to be Lee Warner. He will always run with the ball in hand. And at this stage now, the ball has come free. It's going back now into the hands of Bry. Goes to Stunder once again. He is going to be tackled by, it was Hoskins, the 2-2. Taking it to the 10-metre line now. It's going to be a little awkward pass from Miotti. It goes into the hands of Carney now, who fires it across now to Lee Warner. I feel like anytime you give that man the ball, even if his legs don't want to work, he will run at the line every day of the week. That is why he has had one of the most carries mounts in the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition. 5 wide now. Awkward pass. Once again, it's a bounce pass from the Western Force, and they are forced back to their own 22 now. Cattle ruck from the Blues as well, but they weren't quite able to get there. Auckland almost suplexing another player like he did in Super Rugby out there. Oh, there. did throw him quite a far distance, and it has been kicked from Pryor. Not allowed to go into touch on the full, I don't think. They've said it's inside, but I swear it was outside originally. They had a tackle inside, so he was able to put it out. So I think I got the wrong order there, and we almost got there in there as well. Mark, brother, aren't you at the stadium? Oh, no, there was also, we've got Wavens and staying in 7th, says Oman. If they are able to get that win, of course, they would be behind. Would they move up to 7th? It depends on the big win, because I know the Brumbies and the Reds are both sitting on 5 points, if I'm not wrong. I nearly won 20K in 2017, and my first multi-bet was I've ever done from $10. That is pretty awesome as well. It was very unfortunate that you weren't quite able to get it, though. That is the sad thing. It would have been, 20K is a lot of money for a multi-bet, that is for sure. I punched my sister, that's not good. Go Blues, says Loverboy, and also the F6 Marco as well, says Wedham, and also forgot to mention, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, David. Hope you are having a good day. Hope you are enjoying the rugby, and hopefully the team that you wanted to win was able to get the win. And we have also got Jonathan Ruru now 40 metres out. Good you getting another carry. Being busy so far, 5th phase. The Blues had great ball retention in the first half. That is what they're trying to build on here with only 5 minutes left in this match before they know that they are going to be in that final up against the Highlanders. Harry Plum, a little kicking behind. AJ Lamb chasing this one hard. It's gone too high. He tried to kick it to try and save it a little bit, but it has gone into touch. So because of it now, it is going to be the line-out throw for the Western Force. And we have got happy birthday from me, mate Joy, as well. And we have got may the Force be with you as well from Zayden. And also how many happy returns on the day, David, as well. You made my day, says David. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is always very much appreciated. I had Broncos fella to get the first try. He did. Then Rico Ioane's A-base first try. He did. Then Semi Raja first try. He did. Easy Falau first try. And he was denied on the line versus Argentina. So close, yet so far away. Don't sleep like this. Is the final Blues, please, as well, says Aman. And also we have got behind the drinks, brother. Should have invited me, man, as well, says Smith. And the Argentina hooker ended up getting first try. That old fella, I can't remember his name, damn it. As well, what is his name? Creevy? What's his name? Creedy? No, it's something along those lines, though. Can't quite think of the pronunciation, though. Miotti with a little chip in behind now, going for it. Taken nicely by Rico Ioane, getting driven backwards by Kurandrani. And once again, they have got this ball. The Blues is going to be Harry Plummer. Sells a bit of a dummy there. Looking for the offload, but tackled by Koteka. Not quite able to find it. Talia plays halfback. First receiver, Ruru. He is dragged down once again by the Western Force. And at this stage, I feel like they just want to cancel any chance. Oh, that's an awkward one, and now it's going to be kicked in behind. I was about to say cancel the bonus point, but there's no bonus point on the cards. But Richard Carley is trying to change that now. Oh, it's taken by Stan Sullivan. Beautifully done there. And the Blues have now got this ball. Richard Carley takes it back, though. Now it's going to be Rob Carney with the white ball. Kane Koteka, no, it's going to be Stunder now driving at the line, but straight over the ball was Akira Ioane, not able to get it now. It's going to be the replacement, number 21 here. Kurandrani, white ball taken by Plummer, though. Can he get the offload away? Not quite. Oliver Feller driving him down to the mat. This has been back and forth, but it's going back for the penalty now. Long advantage there, but it was for a player being offside. Jeremy Thrush is calling for the ball. He's like, I'll score it, mate. Give it to me. And we have got Blues versus Hurricanes final. Says Loverboy, not quite. It is going to be the Blues versus the Highlanders. Do you do Six Nations live stream? I did 2 of the games, but because of the fact that they were in the middle of the night, I ended up not doing too many of them. Although now with the British and Irish Lions tour and the South African games that are happening, I have kind of changed my sleep schedule, which is now I kind of sleep during the day a little bit. Like a vampire, as we mentioned on one of the other one, Creevy as well. And we always got good evening, my man. How are you doing tonight? Go Blues and the Chiefs. At this stage, that is 1 from 2 for the Blues. And I am doing very well. We've got a lot of great rugby that we have been able to witness over the last couple of days. And this is going to be a good rolling ball here for the Western Force. Akira Ioane trying to make his way through. Who has got this ball at the moment? It's going to be the number 21, who then goes back now. Quick hands, and it's going to be, there's a Richard Go. He passes out the back. And it's going to be Rob Carney. And he scores a try for the Western Force. I think they're going to try and take this one very quickly here, the Western Force, to try and give themselves just some form of chance of making it back in this match. I think they know that the game is over, but Rob Carney, his first one of the competition, very nicely done from him. It was quick hands from Miotti. Then Carly went to Carney, 2 experienced men right there, and it did create the opportunity for him to be able to score the try in the 77th. And there we go. We will put that one. So that guarantees that the Blues won't be getting the bonus point, but points differential will take them all the way to a home final as well. Try time. Let's go. New South Wales Blues as well, says Murray. And also we have got in there, hoping for a Blues versus Highlanders final. They both honestly deserve it. And that is exactly what we are going to have, Nathan. Blues versus Highlanders, Eden Park, next Saturday night at 7:05. I believe will be when the game will be taking place. That's going to be very exciting. I got books for my birthday. Said David, I mean, if you do enjoy reading, then that is a pretty awesome gift indeed. And we have got, oh no, come on, Blues as well. Says Loverboy, I could never dive for a try. Would be embarrassing if I don't move. Ground doesn't decide to slide me. Says Smoothie Toilet. See, that's the thing. As a kid, you don't really think about it. But as an adult, sometimes you're like, I might not dive. Because I remember when I was a lot younger, after watching a bit of rugby and whatnot, go outside with my miniature rugby ball, just book it down to the back fence, not smash into the fence, but about 5 meters short of it, leap into the air, and then just smash onto the ground for the try. And you used to get up and you used to do that about 5 times. Be like, hey, watch this. Just run out there, bang, smack onto the ground. But now I don't think I would do that at the age I am. Just because I feel like it used to be the goal of how much height could I get, but now it's like you just want to slide on nicely. If it's dry, you're going to get whacked. Oh, what? Kurandrani having a good run there, 40 meters out now from their own line, almost the Western Force, driving for quick hands from McIntyre. No, it was backwards there. It was Godwin as well, but now it's going to be Godwin with a big run up the middle. Kyle Godwin is the, oh no, he slipped over on the halfway line. I was about to say, is there a possibility here? The referee on the way there, and because of it, unfortunately, that is a big shame for the Western Force. Pretty much he was going to offload. The referee was in the way, so he just had to keep on waiting. Then the referee was finally out of the way, and it was an interception for when that one took place. Thunder taking that one. Looks like the Western Force want one more. They haven't lost a game by more than 12 other than, I think, one game so far. So maybe they are looking to do the same here. And it's going to be Andrew Reddy out to Olawafale. He was able to score in the last minute on the last match up against the Crusaders. Maybe he's going to be able to do the same here, but a counter ruck from the Blues now, and Jonathan Ruru straight in there. And he stole the ball for the Blues. 20 seconds left before they are going to be making their way to the final. Goodhue goes back now to Oteri Black. He is putting the kick in behind, trying to roll it back. It could be going dead. There's only 5 seconds left. It's gone out, and they're going back. Go the Blues, says Teddy Pie as well. And we have also got in there, may the force be with you, supporters, because you're going to need it as well, says Stephanie. And also we have got in there, I Can Never Die. Oh, no, Die for that one was, you know, I've also got that cool. What books did you get as well? Captain Underpants. They are a good series indeed. What happened back in Riff Rugby as well? Always having, sorry, back in Riff Rugby. How old are you? I am 21. And we have also got Johnny Plays is 26. He did enjoy a cheesecake for his birthday, though, Johnny Plays. And it sounded like it was a pretty good one. Heck yeah, I remember when the very first one came out. I also had a lot of Geronimo Stilton. That was one of those ones that I did very much enjoy. 103 likes, says David. We are sitting on it at the moment. Can we get to 120 before the end of this live stream? At the moment, 80 minutes into this one. It's going to be a scrum feed for the Western Force on the halfway line. 200 plus people watching. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, I do thank you all very much for being here. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back for the Chiefs versus Waratahs match that will be kicking off in less than an hour's time. And also, we will be talking about all things towards the Super Rugby final score, guys, as well, says Armani. He wants to see one more try in this matchup. Are they going to be able to do it? That's the question. It's going McDonald, short side into the hands of Rob Carney, picked up and dumped there by, I believe it was Jonathan Ruru. And it's a counter ruck from the Blues trying to grab the ball, and they've stolen it there, Kiriwani. But it's going to be now. He's fine. He's taking it down. That's going to be the end of the game. Little bit of an interesting end to that one with a little bit of confusion. But Tui Peloti, they're showing them there. The Blues are going on to the final, a home final at Eden Park against the Highlanders. No sign of the Crusaders this year. This is the table before the match. The Blues will move up onto 23 points, but because of their points differential, they only needed to win this match by 1 point or anything. Just get the win, and they were moving on to that final. So that is exactly what they have done here. The Blues tries. Hoskins are able to score 2. Mark Talia getting the one, almost had 2, but 1 was cancelled out. And also Papali was able to get the other. Then for the Western Force, Kaitu, Kurandrani, and Rob Carney in the final minutes of this match. And it was a very entertaining one to watch indeed. And we have also got there, and you nearly got 3 times 2 sets of viewers. I don't know about that. I feel like he would probably be doing pretty decently at the moment as well. I'm your biggest fan, says Zephaniah. And I do appreciate you very much for being here, mate. And we've also got, I'll be at the Chiefs versus Waratahs. Thank you very much, Sheesh, says Liam. Yes, scrum at this stage in this one. I feel like the Blues thought they'd be able to dominate the scrum a little bit more. And it was, I believe, Tuanoki Afu was able to get a penalty. And that was kind of the turning point, kind of shutting down the momentum of the Western Force when they were scoring back-to-back tries at the start of the second half. I want a Crusaders as well, said Batman. Kick the ball out as well. And boring final, says Batman as well. The Highlanders ref did not know what he was doing as well, says Jimmy Lister. 114 likes as well at the moment, and the fire emoji from Scrumless. Highlanders to win 29-20, and that's the thing in Super Rugby Aotearoa. The Highlanders won their game at home. The Blues won their game at home. So 1-1 at the moment. Someone is going to get that big W of winning a Super Rugby Trans-Tasman title for the first time as well. Good game, guys, as well, says Zephaniah. And at this stage, they are interviewing Tui Peloto, a very happy man for his side. The Blues didn't score a try in the second. That's the kind of team. That's the kind of team in the final as well, says Solomoni. And also RIP to the Force, says Zephaniah. But that's the thing. The Western Force, they fight in these matches. They were 3 unanswered tries in that second half, looking strong. And they just weren't quite able to get the job done. That has kind of been the summary of their Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. They've been close, but just not quite close enough. Think about it. They were able to almost win that first match up against the Chiefs. Just the missed kick was unfortunately the missed kick ended up being what cost them. Then in the next game, I think it was a little bit more of a runaway. The game against the Hurricanes, they'll want to forget, but everything else has been 12 or less points difference. And we have also got their RIP to the Force at 115 as well. It'll be a boring final, bro. You know why as well. I think there's going to be a lot of Crusaders supporters who are going to be against the way that this competition has run because of the fact that it has been such a short one, and the New Zealand sides didn't get to play each other. But I feel like these two sides are going to be ecstatic. They haven't been in a final in a long time. So I feel like these two sides, they still love to play some good rugby. And hopefully we will get to see that next week as well. We have Aussie got there. I ain't like the Blues. There's other players. The other players are weird. And Bulldogs and the All Blacks as well, says Liam Gaines and Smithy Toy. Says stream is snoozing. I see it on my recommended. Decided to click not interested, not energetic. Oh, man, drinking cruises. Jeez, that is brutal. Smithy Toy, and a big thank you, Kiwi lads. Says mate, sure, no worries, mate. None of the Aotearoa finalists have made the Trans-Tasman final. Same goes for the Aussie finalists as well, says Sebastian. So that is a good point in that regard. And see you later for the Hearts versus Chiefs. Yep, that one is going to be kicking off in 45 minutes time. Good work, mate. See you in an hour as well, says Instar Wet. And we have got amazing commentary, Kiwi lads from Zephaniah, and Blues deserve this after a long time. And how are you single as well, says Romina. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. I think it is, well, mainly because I feel like I talk a lot more on these than I do in real life. Like, I'm kind of quite quiet when I am not chatting away on these live streams. And also, I haven't really been out and about too much. So I haven't had a chance to find any of the females. But we always got after 17 years, it will be Blues to win the final next week, says a man. And also latest for next stream, says Sammy Souza. Thanks, Kiwi Lad, for your awesome commentary. As well, says Clayton. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. At least it's not the status in the final. Thank you, Blues, as well. I feel like it's going to be one of those ones. People will see it as a good thing and people will see it as a bad thing. Bad thing because the Crusaders weren't in that final, unfortunately for them. But then also a good thing because it's 2 new fresh faces. And it will make the Crusaders even hungrier to win that Super Rugby competition next year when Moana Pacifica and Fiji Drua are added in as well. Blues deserve the finals as well, says MH Choi. Good work again, brother. Thank you very much, Maxie. I am sorry that the Crusaders weren't able to get there. No, you would have been pulling for them the whole way. So close in that last match, but unfortunately just not quite able to get there. Oh, right, Blues deserve the final. Jeez, bro. We need a champion team in the final to make it interesting, says Solomoni as well. And we have got Blues going to need Blues needed a hard win going into the final. They did indeed. So the Blues finish with a points differential of 119 to the 103 of the Highlanders and the 97 of the Crusaders. So that is why they have been able to move on. 5 Australian sides at the bottom, unfortunately for them. We have also got in the chat as well, I think I missed one a little bit earlier on, our post-match review, says Scrum Lass. It's another one. I feel like it might be a little bit too close together for the next match. I might do a post-match review of the last one where we do talk all about the events. And tell you what, looking a little bit cold there at Eden Park at the moment. Tuanuki Api has got steam coming off the man at the moment. We have also got there next week, where's Blues jersey? As I says, man, I wish I had one. I don't actually have a Blues jersey. I've only got the Chiefs kit that was sent to me by one of you guys. So I feel like if I had one, I would wear it. But I've got something special planned for the final that you guys will get to see very soon. We have also got my dog gloves chasing us around in circles as well. Dogs, they are weird creatures, but they are also very awesome. And goodbye, the Kiwi lads. Goodbye. As I said, 7-9, and how are you singing, bro? Says Solomoni. I think you guys are just too kind in the chat. WField, where is the final? It is going to be played at Eden Park, and it is going to be the Blues versus the Highlanders. When does Waratahs versus Chiefs? It is going to be in 45 minutes, midnight place. We are going to be transferring over to another live stream very soon for that match as well. And we have also got how you second pro needs to be on the Kiwi Lads merch. I need it on a shirt as well, says Scrum Lass. And that's the thing, you guys are really keen for the merch as well. So maybe it could be coming sooner rather than later. We've got his streams up for it. Oh no, drinking Cruisers, and we have also got when does Waratahs and the Chiefs. Oh no, I read that one. Crusaders have a good shower as well, says Antonio. And also on a question, why do big beefy units like Big Carl seem to always have steam coming out of their heads? I guess it's just the temperature of the men. I guess it's like, it's one of those ones. I guess the bigger the man, the hotter the temperature he can produce. I don't think that's actually a thing, but maybe he sweats. Maybe it's sweating a bit more because he is a bigger lad. Sometimes the bigger fellas do sweat a little bit more, and maybe that creates more of the steam. Maybe? I'm not too sure. Hard Luck Force, great win Blues as well, says Naughty, and also Auckland says Terapoto, and also go for the All Blacks jersey as well, says our man. It is something, and it is going to be the colour black, but for those who have watched the last final, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I might also have a special guest on that live stream as well. Isaac might be back in town, so that will be pretty awesome. I watched the Kiwi Lads in 2 cents, and I got to admit, your streams are way better, says Max. Thank you very much. He is a very knowledgeable man, though, 2 cents rugby. I feel like in terms of any other video that isn't a live stream, from what you guys have been saying, like I think he has got a huge amount of knowledge in terms of all things rugby. Like some of these names, like in the South African competition, he just bangs out of the park, like boom, that is the name. Whereas I have to keep on looking down a little bit, but we are slowly improving. So we will have to wait and see. But if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is very much appreciated indeed. And we are going to be back-to-back live streams with the next one being the Waratahs versus the Chiefs. It is going to be over in Australia, which is why it is going to be kicked off in 40 minutes time. I'm getting peckish. Oh, do I have food beforehand? If I was going to try and cook chips, they wouldn't be ready in time for they wouldn't be ready in time for the next live stream, I don't think. We've got Mako for the Polar Bear has said, I still haven't sent you a gift, bro. Sorry, still busy AF. We'll try again next week. Hey, bro. No worries, Mako for the Polar Bear. I am very curious at what it is, though, but I feel like I don't want any spoilers. But do let me know, Mako for the Polar Bear, while you are in the chat as well. If I do receive it, do you want me to open it on camera, or would you prefer for me to open it off camera? But do let me know. Read my comment as well, says Liam Gaines. Where is your comment? I'm looking through, and I ain't like the Blues. Their players are weird. Is that one? Or is it one a little bit later on as well? And we have also got there in there. Goodbye, the Kiwi Lads. See you later. And we have got all the best, bro. And God bless you and your family. Says, I'm back at you, mate. Thank you very much. Hey, from Kyle as well. Can you play Rugby Challenge 4 till the next game? I feel like I'd love to, but I feel like I've still got to get all my lineups and everything on so that I can put them like I do for these ones. I will change this table so that it does have the Blues in first, so you guys know exactly where everyone is going to be finishing. Other than, of course, the Chiefs, they could finish on a possible 19 points, but they will still be in 5th. And also the Waratahs, they could get themselves out of 9th place and move all the way up to 8th. One a little dash up a little bit further. Up to you, bro. Nothing exciting as well. Okay, right. I guess I'll wait and see. I might, depending on when it arrives. If it arrives before a live stream, I'll be certain to whip it out. The package, that is, not my package. Yeah, good. Hell yeah. Finals for the Mighty Auckland Blues as well, says Morty, and also X11 boy in Sydney. Why is Muppy me leaving? I think it was because of the fact that they couldn't come to terms or come to an agreement in terms of the wage. So I think that is why he ended up going overseas to France. But he will be on big money over there. And he was mentioning about how he is doing it for his family. And you got to respect that. And it will be a big hit to the All Blacks. But they have still got some very good young talented players who can try and fill in that jersey. It's just rugby jerseys, mate. Rugby jerseys with an S. Jeez, you are a generous man, Marco, for the polar bear. That is for sure. We have got stay safe in COVID-3, bro. Stay home as well, says our man. And I pretty much stay home all day, every day anyway, because of doing all of these, live streams. We almost got Clash of the PCs for the whip it out for the boys. Said Isaac as well. No more recent. I don't think it came through, Liam. You may have to send it again, because sometimes I think YouTube pick up on certain words and decide not to show it, because it isn't actually in my chat at the moment, unfortunately. Tell you what, I will change it to all chat and see if I can see it there. What do we got? It is read my comment. No, I haven't actually. I don't think I've actually got it. Other than Highlanders to win 29-20, unfortunately. Show us the boys as well. Let's go Blues as well. It's all good as well, said Liam. And also, we have got Whip It Out on my package, the package as well. Says Scrumlass and Capellia's crack. I don't know why that came out of my mouth as well, Scrumlass. I feel like it was just, you guys are, like some of you guys, Marco for the polar bear. I've got a dirty mind now. I feel like that has come purely from you almost. Let's go Blues. And also, Kubeli is Great as well, says Bruno. And yeah, he is actually, he wasn't playing this game, and I'm not sure why, maybe injury. Unfortunately, congratulations to New Zealand on COVID-free today, as I said, man. And hopefully that is the way it is going to stay throughout the next few months because of the fact we've got plenty of rugby on, just the boys as well, says Isaac as well. And we have also got somebody called the Vatican because we got to get the chat to Church ASAP and BBC Sandwich from Marco Vodopolobia. But nonetheless, I think we are almost going to be at the end of this live stream. The Blues try scorers, Satutu got 2, Talia got 1, and Papali'i was able to get the other. Then for the Western Force, it was Kaitu, and then also Kurandrani, and the last try of the match was for Rob Carney. So we were close to having a very even game between these two sides. Two different halves. First half went to the Blues, second half went to the Western Force. Here in Fiji, we have 685 active cases. So hopefully they are all sorted out. Because the last thing we want, I know that there was a game cancelled for the Rainbow Cup South Africa, the Lions versus the Stormers, the one that was going to be happening at 2 a.m. And unfortunately, yeah, if that is the case, if we keep on ending up with cases, more games are going to get cancelled. And that is the last thing you want going into the British and Irish Lions tour as well. And this one has got 4 tries to the Blues, 0 to the Western Force. So we'll have to update that. And hopefully, yes, there we go. So in the end, 4 tries to the Blues, 3 for the Western Force. The meters carried. The Blues were almost, that seems to think that they only got maybe about 100 meters carried in the second half, which is pretty awesome. Or pretty low, I guess you could say. Pretty awesome. That sounded like I was going for the Western Force there. But the Blues are going to be the home team in the final. But 21 defenders beaten, I think, was the one that I was looking at, which is pretty awesome. That is well and truly a good performance. 143 tackles made by the Western Force there with only 21 missed tackles. So that is impressive as well. Penalties considered 10 against the Blues with the 1 yellow card and 8 against the Western Force, and 52% possession for the Western Force as well. How many more minutes? The game is over at this stage. We are at full time. And the score was 31 to the Blues, 21 to the Western Force with a try scorer Span Satutu getting 2, Talia and Papali'i scoring the other 2, and then Kaitu, Kurandrani, and Carney. If your name started with K, you almost were able to score a try for the Western Force, except Richard Kahui, that starts with K as well. And also Kane Koteka. How many names do they have that start with K? They have got plenty, that is for sure, for the Western Force. But looking at some player stats as well, while we still have a little bit of time before the next match, I will have a quick look. 74 meters carried from Mark Talia. Very impressive from him. 4 defenders beaten, 3 clean breaks, and also in the end able to score the try. Then Hoskins to do 67 meters carried for the 2 tries as well. Then in the end, the most for the Western Force, I believe, was Jordan Olawafela and Fergus Lee Warner. And in the end, Fergus Lee Warner having 12 carries. So once again, having a lot of them. 13 tackles for Tui Pelotu. Was able to win 2 turnovers, 3 turnovers won for Hoskins Satutu with 11 tackles made. Very impressive there. And we have also got their tackles. Ollie Callum was able to make 20 with 3 turnovers, 21 for Tom Robertson. Tell you what, the Western Force, a couple of their players were going hard in this match, that is for sure. Great commentary, cheers, says Naughty as well. Thank you very much, mate. Stupid Braden Eno dropping the ball. It cost the final, says Liam Games. I mean, that was one moment. They had a try. Tamaiti Williams dropping the ball on the line. Lester Whaiananuku double movement. Then also Callaway tackling Will Jordan into touch 5 meters short of the line. There were about 5 opportunities for the Crusaders to win that game, and they blew them all, unfortunately. So I feel like people are going to be very mean to Braden Eno, but if you're going to do that, you've got to be mean to Lester Whaiananuku, Tamaiti Williams, and all of those other guys who blew the tries, but don't be mean because it's just not great. I mean, at the end of the day, they're in a pressure situation. They had to play hard, and that's what the Crusaders did. They just didn't quite get that win for a big enough margin that got them into the final. And we have also had Frush had a big game as well. He did indeed. And we have also got there, did you make Kibeli bust? Oh, no. Jeez. And played with Kibeli, it's like playing with Maradona itself as well, says Bruno. So that is pretty awesome. And also we have got in there, Kiwi lads, there's an ad from the Highlanders fan saying more over Crusaders. A new dominance is here as well. Says Batman, I feel like they can't get too confident yet. We'll just have to wait and see how that final's going to go. Let's all hope that Eno doesn't get bullied over this as well, says Scrum Lass. See, that's the thing. It's bad enough having a career, or not a career-ending injury, but a season-ending injury last year, missing a whole heap of games, coming back, had a couple good games, Braden Eno, but now people are going to remember that moment. Unfortunately, it could have been 73 to 26, exactly right. So they had other chances that they weren't able to make the most of. And yeah, it's one of those ones that unfortunately, yeah, it means that they miss out on the final, but they are a strong team and they will fight back. And I can guarantee you, no, I won't say guarantee, but I was going to say, I think they will be in the final next year as well. And we have Marco. I don't know what the Marco Vodopolomir is saying there, but we will just leave it at that. But at this stage, we are at the end of this live stream. We have got half an hour till the next match starts. So I hope you guys will be tuning in as well. Blues looking sharp. Just need to step up in the second half. Good luck in the finals as well, says Neville Singh. Yeah, home field advantage. Hopefully they can get some butts in seats at Eden Park, and they have a big old atmosphere at that ground. And yeah, it should be a very exciting one. But Hoskins, the two man of the match, surely. In this one, I think they are saying at the moment. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for being here. We are currently sitting on 121 likes. So thank you all very much. If the Blues go into the final, they are indeed. And they will have the home game at Eden Park up against the Highlanders. The Blues get the bonus points, says Barry Green. Sorry, they did not. They only scored one more try than the Blues. But at that stage, against the Western Force, they only got the one more try. But they didn't need it to be able to still finish them first because of their points differential. So they are still in the final. Bye from Liam Gaines. See you later, mate. And if the Blues dare to play like in the final versus the Highlanders, smashing coming for the Highlanders as well, says Batman. And also see using 30 minutes. I'll be back Terminator voice as well. I feel like I used to do a Terminator voice, but now if I try it, it would just sound bad because I've almost lost my voice. It's 3 a.m. here. Time for bed. Love y'all as well. We will see you later, Scrum Lads. Thank you very much for tuning in for these live streams. And yeah, be sure to get some sleep. It is a late night at the moment over there in America. That is for sure. Has it affected them that they have never got bonus point? It has not. They have been very lucky in regards of going into this game. They didn't actually need to be able to get that bonus point for making it to that final and being a home game as well. If the Crusaders had been able to get that bonus point, then from there, the Blues would have needed the bonus point, or else it would have been a home final for the Crusaders. The Crusaders did get the bonus point. So actually, yeah, it was the situation of the Blues, no matter what, had that home final, and it was only going to be points differential that maybe affected it. But we're talking Crusaders would have needed to score another 30 points or so. Same with the Highlanders. About time Highlanders got the credit they deserve. They played well this season, very well. In fact, that rolling maul of theirs is lethal. Also, that back line, they've found a combination that works and has been able to put a lot of points on the board for them. We're talking 9 tries in the match against the Waratahs. Also, they had a decent performance up against the Brumbies. The Brumbies aren't an easy side to be able to beat. Unfortunately, yes, they have been beaten by 4 New Zealand sides this year, but they were able to get that bonus point as well. So it was decent that they were able to make it to the final. And yeah, like you say, maybe could be the championship that they are after. Good the Blues as well, says Terapai. And also good luck, bro, says Aman. And also we have got a whole heap of people still in the chat. But nonetheless, I will be ending this live stream now. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We will see you all at 9:45, or most of you maybe. And we will see you all for the next one. And hope you did enjoy.